It's a huge matchup with playoff implications here at Lowell Park as the Wareham Gatemen travel to face the Cotuit Kettleers in game number 32 of the Cape League season, trailing the Kets by just one game for the final playoff spot in the West Division. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky, Diamond side on the first base side of things here at Lowell Park. Adam, Wareham trying to get this thing going. They have lost back-to-back games, have put up just one run in that time. They will face the starter today for Cotuit, Grady Bivens, looking to break through and start hot, get a win.
Yeah, and every game obviously important, especially when you get to this point in the season, Dan, as you've reached game 32. But this one, two teams that are really the only two teams in a playoff hunt for one final spot right now. So I think this game probably means a little bit more, and you're right. They go against Grady Bivens, a guy making his 7th appearance of the summer, a 6'2", 190-pound rising senior who just committed to Troy out of the transfer portal. He's pitched against Wareham once this season. Back on July 5th, he got the start and collected the loss in that game. Pitched 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. Tossed 88 pitches, Dan. That was a kind of workload that we hadn't really seen on the Cape this summer.
Should be an interesting one for Bivens. He looks to bounce back against a Gatemen lineup that Ryan Smythe trots out, looking to break this stretch where they've just put up one run over the last 19 innings. It'll start with R.J. Hamilton. He's at second base today. Then it'll be Connor Cuff, the third baseman. Levi Clark in the third spot after having the day off yesterday. Then it's Chase Cruson back-to-back days where he's batted cleanup. This middle three stays the same for Wareham. Cruson in center, then Dubovic in left, Passo over at first. And then rounding out the 9, it's Cohen Clyde, the DH tonight. He catched yesterday. Then it's Foster Apple in right and Henry DiGiorgio at short. He's been the everyday shortstop and is there once again. R.J. Hamilton steps to the plate from the right side. In a massive game, Wareham just one game back. They will either be in a playoff spot once this one is over or sit 3 games back with 8 to play. Bivens is ready to go. He fires the first pitch here at Lowell Park. It's straight down the middle with the fastball for strike 1 at 92 miles an hour. An official 4:29 start here on a beautiful afternoon in Cotuit. You cannot see a cloud. It is a bluebird day. No balls, 1 strike here on Hamilton. Bivens comes set and deals. Bounces it in the dirt. Fastball at 92, and the count's 1-1. Hamilton batted in the leadoff spot yesterday for Wareham in what was a 1-0 loss in 9 innings where they got walked off on a walk-off walk. Hamilton had a single in that game, and he's had a hit in the leadoff spot in 6 of his last 7, trying to get it going. The 1-1 pitch grounded to the third base side foul, and we'll do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. All fastballs so far off the hand of Grady Bivens.
Hamilton has consistently become this leadoff guy, and you've seen his approach start to change a little bit, trying to see as many pitches as possible, foul a couple off to sort of set the table for the rest of the offense.
Bivens winds and fires. That time he goes to the slider that misses out in the lefty batter's box. The count's knotted up at 2-2. A Wareham offense that is certainly struggling. They were perfect gamed for the first 5 innings of yesterday's matchup at Brewster, looking to change things here early on. Bivens comes set and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Slider that runs outside, and the count is full to Hamilton. Looking to get a leadoff base runner aboard, something that Wareham really struggled to do yesterday. Did not have one. Bivens fires the payoff pitch. It's a fastball that misses down low, and Hamilton works a walk. Wareham with a runner on. Bivens had 4 walks against these Gatemen last time.
And that's what the scout said, and that's what Wareham does to perfection out of the gates. First walk in a couple of games for R.J. Hamilton, and that time works a clean at-bat. Continued to see a ton of pitches, and that's only going to help Connor Cuff and Levi Clark even more, watching them from the on-deck circle.
Connor Cuff steps in from the left side. Went 1 for 4 yesterday, extended his 5-game hit streak. Hamilton at first. First pitch from Bivens. Fastball that's grounded over to short. Pano flips onto second. Throw to first is offline. DiMaggio had to come off the bag, but there's the first out on the fielder's choice and time to set the defense after that play. Will Plattner behind the plate today. It'll be J.J. Moran at third, Owen Pano, and Aiden Aguayo, the middle infielders that just turned that fielder's choice. Jesse DiMaggio, the man that caught it as the throw is offline to first. Left to right in the outfield, it will be none other than Kroberger out in left, Isaac Sturgis in center, and Sam Christensen in what is just his fourth game of the season for the Kets in right. Now it's Levi Clark from the right side. First pitch to him is a sinker down in the dirt, 4-1. Cuff over at first after the fielder's choice that wiped Hamilton off the base paths. 1-0 pitch. Clark pops it up out of play on the right side on a 91-mile-per-hour fastball. These two teams have met up 3 times before today. Cotuit leads the season series 2-1, and what makes this game so pivotal is that if the Kets win it, they will take the season series overall, which could be huge down the stretch for tiebreaker scenarios between these two sides. Before Bivens delivers the 1-1, he's going to go give a pickoff attempt over at first to DiMaggio, cuffed back to the bag safely.
Wareham got a little bit of a speed downgrade right there with Connor Cuff on the fielder's choice in place of Hamilton, but wouldn't be surprised if they try and test Will Plattner.
The 1-1. Popped out of play on the first base side. And we'll do it again. At 1-2. Bivens comes set. Clark, ready. Going on the play is Cuff, but Clark chops the pitch foul on the third base side. We'll do it again at 1-2. Stolen bases, not necessarily something that Connor Cuff is known for. Has just 1 so far this season over 11 games, but Wareham trying to manufacture some offense here early on. Trying to be a little bit aggressive. See if Ryan Smythe and company are willing to send him here. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Especially with the way the offense has been moving lately.
Bivens with a long pause and comes home. Sinker that's fouled off to the Kets dugout on the third base side. And the catcher today for Cotuit being Will Plattner. He's caught 2 runners on 20 attempts. So that comes out to 10%. Makes sense why Wareham is trying to get it going here early on. Bivens working hard, fighting for the out. Comes set once again. But first a throw over to first. Cuff there in plenty of time. Clark was 0 for 4 in that first game against Brewster. Did not play yesterday. Looking to grab an early base knock. The 1-2 pitch. Slider that tails down in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is Wareham offense that did not muster a hit till the 6th inning of yesterday's ball game. Recorded just 3 hits, left 3 runners on. 3 hits, the second lowest total of the season. 2-2 pitch from Bivens. Cuff on the way. The ball is put in play over to the third base side. Moran snags it, throws on to first for the out. Cuff gets over to second on the steal. But what a play over there by J.J. Moran to still get an out on Levi Clark.
Not just get an out, but to keep that one in the infield, because Cuff probably could have easily gone first to third, but doesn't get much better than that for J.J. Moran, and the Cotuit fans here at Lowell Park could kind of sense how big that play was.
Moran dove to his left, prevented the ball from getting into the outfield, got up to his feet, threw over to first. A really nice play. Now Chase Cruson, the lefty, who's the center fielder tonight. First pitch to him. Ground ball over to the right side. The first baseman, DiMaggio, grabs it, flips on to Bivens at first, and he touches the bag for out number 3. Wareham moves a runner into scoring position here in this top half of the first, but is not able to scratch anything across. After just 3 outs here at Lowell Park, no score between the Kets and the Gatemen on Cape League TV.
Hey Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen clean up on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low-speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A-Plus Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962-2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
Bottom half of the first here in Cotuit. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. No score yet between the Kets and the Gatemen. Mark Brissy toes the slab today for Wareham in what will be his final start of the season. Adam, he is looking to really deliver a strong exit for the Gatemen.
Yes, he is. The 6'3", 215-pound right-hander, a Cape League All-Star. Mark Brissy had a shaky start to the summer, but at about the late June point, once he moved into a starting role, he got his first start on July the 1st, and he's honestly been one of Wareham's best arms. He last pitched out of relief for the Gatemen on July 20th, went just one inning, gave up one hit, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. But he started to find the zone a little bit better. Command's his big thing. If he can pound the zone, he's been really successful.
He'll go against Sam Christensen, the right fielder, to start things off here for the Cats from the left-handed side. Aiden Aguayo, the second baseman. Landon Beaver, the DH, the top three. Then it's J.J. Moran, Isaac Sturgis, Jesse DiMaggio, designated hitter, third baseman, center fielder, and first baseman. Then it's Owen Pano, Will Plattner, Chase Kroberger, shortstop, catcher, and left fielder to round out the nine today. Brissy ready to go. Looks in, fires his first pitch. Misses outside with the fastball at 94 miles per hour for ball one. This Brissy's first start since he actually came out of the bullpen in his last appearance. That was against Harwich. Pitched an inning clean. As the 1-0 is popped up on the third base side, goes out of play. But before that, started against Orleans, tossed 4 innings there, no runs given up, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He was so dominant in that game. Really set Wareham up for success, and the Gatemen ended up getting a 6-2 victory in that one. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Christensen. Slaps it to the left side foul. This just Christensen's 4th game. The 6'1", 212 redshirt senior from Alabama, the redshirt coming this past season, injured himself, was out for the year. So he did not see any action at Alabama, but looking to just get some more experience here in this last little sprint. He broke his leg in January with the Crimson Tide, and then the year before that was with Oklahoma, appeared in 55 games with 51 starts, batted .255. A more than capable hitter, but so far this season just 1 for 12 with the Cats. Brissy ready for the 1-2. The pitch misses outside for ball 2. Brissy with a big deep breath. Set at the belt and comes home. Misses upstairs, and both leadoff hitters in this game work the count full. For Brissy, it's fastball, slider, sinker as his primary pitches. Rarely uses the changeup, but the fastball headlines things at 66%. Sets and fires the payoff. Christensen checks his swing. It was not called a strike from home plate umpire Jake Brichta. Levi Clark thought that he had him, but it's a leadoff walk for the Kets.
Yeah, he threw it down to third, too. Clark really thought they had him. And obviously the pitch wasn't anywhere close. It was up and away. It didn't even clip the shadow box. So really thought he checked his swing, but instead leadoff base runner.
Aiden Aguayo, the second baseman from the right-handed side at the plate. First pitch to him from Brissy. Misses inside, and Levi Clark hops out of the crouch, takes a little bit of time before firing back to Brissy, who seemed a little bit off to start this start. Aguayo, the 6', 185 rising sophomore at UCLA, was 2 for 4 yesterday with a double against YD. Slaps the 1-0 into play over at third base. Cuff has some trouble with it. He's not going to have a play. Fell in and out of his glove over there at third base and just decided not to throw it. Kets threatening early on, first and second, nobody out.
And that was a similar play to the one that J.J. Moran tried to handle. And in the top of the inning, the third baseman knocked it down, got to his feet, and still made an excellent throw to first. That time, Cuff did keep it on the infield, so a positive there, but really was having a tough time getting a hand on it and going to first.
Back-to-back base runners, that goes down as a hit for Aguayo. So back-to-back games for him as well where he has had a base knock. Now Landon Beaver, the DH from the left side. First pitch to him. Flown out into left field. Going to be a long run for Dubovic. He's straddling the line, makes the catch in deep left field for the first out. Beaver, a dangerous hitter, had a home run last night, was ready to swing it, but Brissy gets his first out.
And that's big for Mark Brissy because you didn't have to use a ton of pitches. You just got a one-pitch fly out after an infield single and a walk. A chance to kind of calm the nerves in a big game. Start to get into your groove.
Now will be J.J. Moran, the third baseman. Steps into the righty batter's box. Still runners at first and second, one down. Brissy fires his first pitch. It's a fastball that misses down in the dirt at 95 miles an hour for ball one. Moran 1 for 4 yesterday against YD. Also had a pair of strikeouts. He leads this Cotuit club in Ks at 27. Brissy deals the 1-0. Fastball called strike, top of the zone. He's been really relying on that fastball early on like he always does. Working around some early trouble. This is not something he's had to deal with over his last couple of starts. The 1-1 runs inside on Moran. It was the slider that time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Moran, a capable hitter. 250 average over 23 games. The 2-3-4 hitters in this lineup, all batting 250. Brissy takes a look at second, comes home. Ground ball to the third base side, foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brissy a pitch away from getting out number 2.
Yeah, and this is what Mark Brissy does, though. When he gets in 2-strike counts, if he can stay with the fastball and force some swing and miss stuff, blow it by Cotuit hitters, that's when he's at its best. Aguayo put one in play, now 2 strikes on Moran. Wouldn't be surprised to see the fastball here.
Brissy comes set, a pivotal pitch on the way. The 2-2. Slider. Moran checked his swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says first base umpire Dan Boomhauer. And there's 2 down on Brissy's first strikeout.
Yeah, the last time there was an appeal down, it went to our third base umpire, Jeffrey Kinney. But Dan Boomhauer helps out Wareham, puts 2 outs on the board, and Brissy, as the infield can start to play back a little bit more with 2 on the board, facing Isaac Sturgis.
Allowed the first 2 hitters to get aboard, has retired 2 straight. Sturgis from the left side, he's in center field tonight. First pitch from Brissy. Fastball down the pipe for strike one. That looked like a dominant one from Brissy, clocked in at 95 miles an hour. Trying to escape this early jam. Sturgis did not play yesterday. 1 for 3 the day before against Bourne. A 1. Fastball outside this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cotuit losers of 4 in a row coming into this game, but the last 2 have been closed. One against the best in the West and the East, and YD and Bourne. Kept it close, lost by just a run, and a pair yesterday against the Red Sox. 1-1 pitch from Brissy, runs inside on Sturgis. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's been all fastballs from Brissy through the first 3 pitches. Battling against the lefty. He's batting .221 this year. Trying to deliver for his squad early on. 2-1. Brissy misses down in the righty batter's box with the fastball. A dangerous 3-ball, 1 strike count here to Sturgis. Has 7 RBIs on the year for the Kets. Looking for a big 8th one. Brissy stares in. Clark gives him the sign. Set at the belt. Comes home. Misses upstairs, and Brissy walks the bases loaded for the first baseman, Jesse DiMaggio.
And I think Wareham is definitely content with stretching Mark Brissy, assuming that he can get out of this jam and prevent a ton more damage. But still, you never want to see a guy throw 20 pitches in the first inning.
It'll be Eric Luxus, the pitching coach for Wareham, out of the first base dugout to try and calm down Brissy ahead of this at-bat. DiMaggio, a capable hitter, another guy who comes in at .250 batting average-wise on the season. Had a double yesterday against YD that plated a run.
Capable without a doubt, but if you're Mark Brissy, as Eric Luxus comes out of the dugout for a mound visit, what you have to tell your starting pitcher right now is look at the 3 base runners that you have and look at how they reached. Walk, infield single. So continue to trust your stuff because right now no Cotuit hitter has really made a super powerful and super damaging swing. It's just been a lot of soft contact and pitching around the zone. Just have to settle Mark Brissy down a bit.
Totally agree with you there. See if Brissy can work out of the bases loaded jam. His teammate, Peyton Lee, who started yesterday for Wareham, did so in the 4th against Brewster. That was also with 2 outs. See how Brissy does here. First pitch to DiMaggio, down in the dirt with the fastball at 94 for ball 1.
Yeah, just dropped a little bit. Tried to start it bottom rail. But the right-hander just released it a little bit too late.
Christensen at 3rd, Aguayo at 2nd, Sturgis over at 1st. Brissy's 1-0 pitch. Fastball that misses in the left-handed batter's box, 2-0.
Doesn't this feel similar, Dan? Bases loaded.
It's just how the game ended yesterday. Like you mentioned, walk-off walk. Brewster's lone run coming in the bottom of the 9th. 2-0 from Brissy. Fastball that runs in, and DiMaggio gets out of the way. Thought it might have hit him for a second, but he escaped it. 3 balls, no strikes. Not the spot you want to be for Brissy. Assume that DiMaggio has the take sign all the way here. Brissy stares in. His 3-0. Misses outside, and Brissy walks home a run. That's his 3rd base on balls of the inning, and it's 1-0 Kets.
Yeah, that's not pretty. After the mound visit on 4 pitches, not ideal at all if you're Wareham. Cotuit gets on the board first, having not even put a ball into the outfield.
The lefty Owen Pano steps in. 0 for 4 yesterday against YD. Brissy ready. First pitch. Down in the dirt. That is now, if I do my math correctly, 9 straight balls? 10. 10 straight balls.
Yeah, 10 after
Thanks
that
for
one.
the help, Adam. Needed that one there. 1-0. make it 11 as he misses with the fastball at the knees. Brissy out of control right now.
Oh, I was wrong. It was 10. It's 10.
Wow. So I had it right.
You were right.
Making me look bad.
I know. I was actually a little bit overly ambitious there.
It's all good. Let's see if Brissy can find it here in a 2-0 count. Bases juiced, 2 down. The pitch to Pano. Called strike on the outside corner. So the ball streak ends there.
And, Dan, the misses haven't even really been close either.
Pano, 3 RBIs on the year. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball, middle of the zone. 4 strike 2. Brissy's battled back in this count, looking to limit the damage. The Kets already have 1 across, but certainly could be worse. Aguayo at third, Sturgis at second, DiMaggio at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. The pitch. Fouled back to the screen from Pano. We'll do it again at 2-2.
Yeah, and it is the bottom of the first, but for a Wareham offense that's been struggling mightily, if Pano can come through in this moment, 2-out RBI, how big would that be?
Brissy, a big deep breath. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Brissy freezes him with the slider. Limits the damage with his second strikeout here in the bottom half of the first. But Cotuit gets 1, and the Kets lead as we head to the second here at Lowell Park on Cape League TV.
Every child deserves the basics. Gifts to Give is making that happen, and you can help. Volunteer, donate, or shop their thrift store Saturdays. Visit giftstogive.org and make a difference today.
The Wareham-based AD Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is North America's largest cranberry grower and a recognized leader in environmentally responsible real estate development and land stewardship. For 172 years, AD Makepeace Company has supported community events and organizations like your Wareham Gatemen. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights, be prepared, and contact Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP also have offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkmlaw.com.
Top half of the second here at Lowell Park. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. And a 1-0 ball game. Cotuit plates 1 in that bottom half of the first, but they leave the bases loaded. Wareham will look for a response. The 5, 6, 7 hitters do up. If the Gatemen want to win this game, they're going to have to come from behind, and that is not good news for an offense that has put up just 1 run over the last 20 innings of play.
You're right, but you certainly feel like disaster was averted there in a time where the bases were loaded with just 1 out, and you're behind just 1-0. Nice job of Brissy to pitch out of it.
Without a doubt.
Despite pitching into it.
Dubovic looks to get the offense started. Steps into the righty batter's box. First pitch here in the second from Bivens. High and away with the off speed. 4-1. Dubovic 0 for 3 yesterday. Pair of strikeouts. He's currently in the midst of a 2 for 12 spell. The 1-0 from Bivens. Poked out of play on the right side. 1-1 strike. And the strikeout has been a problem all season for Dubovic. He's at 32. Compared to just 3 walks, it's been a lot of swing and miss. But when he has made contact, it's been powerful. 1-1 runs in and hits him. Seemed like it was near the elbow. He's really pulling at that left elbow area. It just missed the guard. He does have a left elbow guard there, but it ran in and hit him on the bone.
And right now, Wareham especially thin across the board. Carter Groen, the one outfielder currently on the bench for the Gatemen. So you obviously don't want to play Dylan Dubovic in a summer game if he's not at 100%. But you also might need to stretch him here if it's a spot where typically you have a little bit more depth. Right now you don't have that luxury.
Seems to be okay. Stands on the first base bag, and the training staff and Ryan Smythe head back to the first base dugout. So Dubovic going to stay in, and we'll see if Wareham can do anything with the leadoff base runner. They've started this game with getting the leadoff runner on in both innings. Dylan Passo, the lefty at the plate, facing Bivens for the first time this afternoon. First pitch. Misses down in the dirt. See how aggressive Wareham is with Dubovic. Just 3 stolen bases this year. He has made it, though, on each of those attempts. Has not been caught. Bivens sets. The 1-0. High and away. It's not like Bivens' first inning was the cleanest of work either. Led up the leadoff walk to R.J. Hamilton. Connor Cuff got aboard on a fielder's choice. He moved into scoring position on Levi Clark's ground out, so Wareham had a runner in scoring position. Couldn't do anything with it. The 2-0. Called a strike. Snap throw down to first on Dubovic. He's back there safely. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, I don't mind it. If you're Dubovic, taking a little bit more of a sizable lead off of first, forcing that snap throw, trying to put some pressure on a Cotuit defense, make them make the play.
The 2-1 to Passo. This is way outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bivens has seemed a little bit out of control here to start off the second. Wareham looking to take advantage of it. Passo battling in a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch from Bivens. Dubovic running on the play. Pitch is popped foul. So Dubovic will head back to first in what is now a full count.
Yeah, and Dylan Passo actually shot that one the other way, usually a pull hitter, and trying to open up the gap on the left side. When Dubovic went on the move, Aguayo going towards the bag. Kind of surprising there from Passo.
Bivens readies. On the move to second is Dubovic, but the pitch misses outside. The hit by pitch to start the inning, then a walk to Dylan Passo. First and second, nobody out for Cohen to Cly.
And right now it feels like just pitchers on both sides, Bivens for Cotuit and Brissy for Wareham, just not with their best stuff. Struggling to locate, getting behind in counts, and misses haven't been very close either.
Second runner into scoring position for Wareham in this game. Cohen to Cly trying to take advantage of it. 0 for his last 6. First pitch from Bivens. Called strike. Inside part of the plate. 0-1. Before this 0 for 6 stretch, Nikolai was 5 for 7. All the potential and pop is there. He certainly could come through here. Here's the 0-1. Chopper over to the third base side. Moran fields. He's just going to take it over to first. And effectively a sack bunt from Cohen to Cly, even though it was a ground out. Runners at second and third now with 1 down.
Yeah, that works. I mean, obviously Nikolai wants to drive a run in, but with just 1 out, now Foster Apple comes to the plate, and a sac fly could score a run and get you right back level. Infield stays back. Potentially in a game right here, we feel like pitchers aren't at their best. Runs won't be at a premium. You're okay with letting 1 come across.
Apple readies in the righty batter's box. Second and third, 1 down. First pitch from Bivens. Slap to the right side, foul. Apple has been in a dreadful stretch. 1 for his last 17. That's over the last 5 games. The batting average at 152 on the summer. That over 28 games, which is a season high for the Gatemen. This his 29th. Bivens delivers the 0-1 pitch. Fastball that misses off the plate. 4-1.
And obviously he already swung at the first pitch and had the first strike, but I wouldn't necessarily have been surprised if the Gatemen tried to lay a bunt down, especially with the defense as back as they are.
1-1 strike. Apple does not square. Chops the 91-mile-an-hour sinker foul on the first base side. 1-2 strikes.
Maybe a situation like yesterday where you know you're not getting a ton of runs, but you've had a little bit of success early on against Bivens. Probably a realization that one run's not going to be enough.
Apple had an RBI 3 games ago against Harwich, trying to find that here. Bivens deals the 1-2. Gets Apple to swing and miss for strike 3. A huge K. Bivens first of the day. There's 2 down.
Yeah, that's a really big out for Grady Bivens. After struggling to locate, missed way inside on Dubovic, and then a walk to Paso. Back-to-back pitches where you've really commanded the zone and forced Wareham to beat you, and they haven't.
The lefty Henry DiGiorgio steps in. Runner second and third, 2 down. First pitch to him. Ground ball over to the right side. The second baseman, Aguayo. Fields throws to first. It's there in time. And nothing comes of the second and third threat for Wareham here in the top of the second. They strand 2 on no runs, no hits, and no errors. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Cotuit here at Lowell Park.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kieran and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kieran and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kieran and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Bottom half of the second here at Lowell Park. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. Cotuit sends 7 to the plate in that bottom half of the first. Plates 1. The 8-9-1 hitters will look to build on that against the starter Mark Brissy in his second inning of work.
Brissy, it was a lot of self-inflicted mistakes, and we've talked about it a lot with this Wareham pitching staff. Make the opposing hitters beat you, and hopefully had the chance to reset in the dugout, look at the scout again for who he's going to face, 8-9-1. Can kind of pitch around these guys facing the bottom of the order.
Starts with the catcher, Will Plattner. Steps into the righty's batter's box. Brissy comes set on the bump and deals the first pitch of the bottom of the second. Big cut and a miss from Plattner on a 93-mile-per-hour fastball from Brissy. You mentioned it. He got into some trouble, issued 3 walks in that first. Did let up a single that was on the infield to counter Cuff over at third base. Brissy fires the 0-1 pitch down in the dirt. 1-1 strike. Plattner, somewhat new to this team, has played in 11 games, a .235 batting average. Did not play yesterday against YD, and was a 5-3 loss for Cotuit. As the 1-1 pitch misses down low, 2-1. But he did play in the game before that against Bourne. Went 1 for 3, had a bases clearing double, which was good for 3 RBIs. Pushed his season total to 5. looking to start something here in the bottom of the second. 2-1 from Brissy. Called a strike on the bottom part of the zone. Cotuit not too happy about it from their dugout on the third base side. But Brissy works himself back into the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Set at the belt and fires. And Plattner goes fishing. 4 strike 3. Brissy starts off this bottom of the second, how he ended the first, with a strikeout. There's 1 down.
That's big for Mark Brissy, and that's what we kind of talked about. You go into the dugout, you get a chance to look at what works against Plattner. You obviously kind of try and memorize that stuff for your top 3 guys, but you get a chance to reset when you're facing the 8 and 9 hitters.
First pitch here to the left fielder, Chase Kroberger, misses inside, 4-1. Kroberger, the 6-foot, 190-pounder, rising sophomore at Alabama, batting from the right side. The 1-0, checked his swing, tapped off his bat, and shot over right near us, diamond side on the first base side. The count goes to 1-1.
Head on a swivel, baby.
And luckily, the fence is there for both our sakes. Bounced right off it. Brissy's 1-1. Fastball, top part of the zone, 4 strike 2.
That's what Mark Brissy needs to do. Pound the zone. Work around the edges.
Looking for back-to-back strikeouts to start off the bottom half of the second. Winds and fires. Misses down in the dirt with the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kroberger did not play yesterday. Had a very successful day against Borum, though, the day before. 2 for 2. Pair of walks reached every time he came to the plate. Battling here in a 2-2 count. Brissy's pitch runs in and hits him. Square on the left arm above the elbow guard. Seemed like it caught all muscle by the sounds of it. And there's a runner at first with 1 down.
And a pitch that Brissy definitely did not want to get away from him. And a 2-strike count to the number 9 hitting Chase Kroberger. Just lost control.
Top of the order for Cotuit. Sam Christensen steps up. He walked to start off the game offensively for the Kettleers. Came around to score in that bottom of the first. Kroberger gets his lead off of first. Brissy will throw over to Passo before he comes home. And Kroberger dives in safely. 0 for 2 on stolen base attempts so far this season. Levi Clark has not been tested today. 5 for 20 catching runners this season. And speaking of, Kroberger goes over to second on the first pitch. The throw down from Clark, not in time. It was a ball on the outside part of the plate, and Kroberger steals a bag in the process. Runner into scoring position with 1 down.
Yeah, Kroberger got hit by a pitch, but didn't let the left hand injury slow him down. It was a nice jump, and Clark, it was not a bad throw, but obviously not enough, not in time.
Christensen with 2 RBIs this summer has come on his only hit, which was a triple. At this point, he's 1 for 12. Brissy's 1-0. Fastball that misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And this is where Brissy ran into trouble, allowed Christensen and Aguayo to reach to start off the game. 2 balls and no strikes. Kroberger leads off of second. Here's the pitch. Slapped over on the left side. Foul. Do it again, a 2-1, but Christensen clearly seeing something that he liked there. Put good wood on it. Looks to straighten it out here. Steps back into the left-handed batter's box. Brissy stares in. Set at the belt. He steps off. It was a pitch clock violation issued against Brissy. Tried to step off to prevent it, but that's a ball on him, and the count goes to 3-1.
That's brutal. Right when he realized it, it's that balance between delaying your delivery so the base runner can't time you up, waiting too long.
So here's the 3-1 pitch, and it misses way outside. More self-inflicted wounds for Mark Brissy. Hits Chase Kroberger. Walks Sam Christensen. Runners at first and second. This is exactly what Grady Bivens did in the top half of the second. Hit Dylan Dubovic, walked Dylan Passo. Wareham was unable to capitalize. Now Cotuit gets its chance.
And for Wareham, after those errors from Bivens, got to face the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Not the same for Brissy. Coming up on the heart of the Cotuit lineup.
Gets 2, 3, 4, starting with Aiden Aguayo, who has the lone hit in this game. Runners at first and second with one down. Brissy fires, and he misses outside with the slider. 4-1. Aguayo had a hard hit ball over to third. Connor Cuff couldn't handle it. Reached on that. Trying to do the same here and drive home the second run for the Kettleers. 1-0 pitch. Brissy finds the zone with the slider going across his body. 1-1. Aguayo has just 1 RBI on the season through 16 games. Could it be number 2 here? 1-1 pitch is popped up into left center field. Dubovic moves back. He makes the play in the alley. Tagging from second on the play is Kroberger. The throw to third is offline. Both runners move up as Christensen follows him. Now second and third with 2 down.
That's one of those maybe borderline 50-50 ones that you may run on, you may not, but give credit to Cotuit, forcing Dubovic to make a really perfect throw. He didn't took Cuff off the bag. And now Cotuit with a chance to score a couple with a big hit from Landon Beaver.
Same exact scenario as Wareham had in the top half. Second and third with 2 outs. Landon Beaver, hard hitter, was 2 for 4 yesterday with a solo shot and a double. Looking to blow this game open early. Brissy with a deep breath. First pitch. Slider misses down low, 4-1. And in Beaver's first at-bat, swung at the first pitch. Was a hard hit ball out into left field, but Dubovic played it with ease. Trying to straighten something out here and give Cotuit a multi-run lead. Brissy's 1-0. Slider called strike on the outside part of the plate. He's kind of gone away from the fastball here over the last few pitches. Has been riding with the off-speed primarily. See what he goes to here in a 1-1 count.
Yeah, it's been mostly his best pitch for the summer, but today hasn't really had the same command.
Brissy comes home. Pitch is roped. Foul on the first base side. The count goes to 1-2 on Beaver. Launched just his second home run of the season yesterday. Earned his third double. Starting to pick it up for the Kets at the right time. 12 RBIs on the year. Looking for 13 and 14 here. Runners at second and third. A 1-ball, 2-strike count with 2 down. Brissy set. And fires. Misses down in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's kind of a tough puzzle right now for Mark Brissy. You don't know why your go-to pitches aren't your go-to pitches today, but you got to figure it out.
That was pitch number 50 for Brissy through just an inning and 2/3. The 2-2. Fought foul on the third base side. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's been a lot of pitches for Brissy, and of the 51, only 23 of them have been strikes. It's been a struggle to locate the zone for him, but needs to do it here against the best hitter in the Cotuit lineup. Settles himself. Here's the 2-2. It's a fly ball over the head of DeGiorgio at short. Coming in to score is Kroberger. Christensen will follow. It is a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Landon Beaver. The Kets have blown the game open. It's 3-0.
That's a big piece of hitting. 2 strikes. Beaver just shoots it right up the middle. DeGiorgio had no play on it, and that's why that at-bat prior where Aguayo flew out and moving both into scoring position was so big. That time a 2-out single was easily going to score 2, And Kettleers up 3.
Does exactly that. RBIs 13 and 14 for Landon Beaver. Now J.J. Moran with Beaver over at first. First pitch from Brissy. Runs in and hits him. Originally, it hit off of his bat and went back to the screen. Ryan Smythe out of the dugout screaming, no shot. Immediately after home plate umpire Jake Brichta made the call. He is hot right now in the face of Brichta. Cannot believe this call.
Yeah, that one's frustrating, certainly, on the Wareham side, because I think a lot of people thought that it was off the knob of the bat.
The entire Wareham dugout was up in arms after that call. The home plate umpire, Jake Brichta, made the call that it hit him before it hit the bat, making it a hit by pitch. It clearly hit the bat. It fouled back to the screen. It's a question of whether the ball hit him first or not. And Jake Brichta will stick with the call after the umpires conference over at first base. And Smythe cannot get enough right now. He is still very upset about the call. Giving it to Brichta, has not gone back to the first base dugout yet. Inches back there. He is very upset.
And I think right there, that's maybe the emotions of this game. Obviously, you go to one of your better arms in Mark Brissy, and you're getting handled early on, and then a 50-50 call doesn't go your way. Things starting to boil over for the Gatemen.
Isaac Sturgis, the lefty at the plate, swings at the first pitch. Now with runners at first and second after Moran was hit by the pitch. The second hit by pitch of the inning for Brissy. He's been wildly out of control. 4 walks, 2 hit by pitches for him through an inning and 2/3. Up 0-1 here on Sturgis, who has one of those 4 walks. Came last inning. The 0-1. Cut and a miss on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball from Brissy. Clearly a little bit upset after that call with the velo getting pumped up. Looks to get out of it here in an 0-2 count.
Yeah, no better way to channel your frustrations into the strike zone. Brissy's done it on back-to-back pitches.
He comes set, runners at first and second. The 0-2. Misses down low with the slider. Bounce there, but Clark kept it in front of him. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Everything has gone wrong so far for Wareham. They're going to need to climb out of a 3-run hole if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. Obviously not dead if they lose this game, but certainly would be a big uphill battle. The 1-2 pitch from Brissy. Popped up over on the third base side. DeGiorgio charging for it on the line, and it ends up dropping in foul ground. That is a missed out right there from Wareham. It was a scrum of Dubovic, Cuff, and DeGiorgio over there on the fair foul line and left, and they could not field it.
That's just another one you hinted at it a moment ago, Dan, saying that nothing's really gone right for Wareham in this game. And that's another one. It was a tough play for DeGiorgio, but not corralling it only adds to the frustrations early on.
Makes Mark Brissy deal another pitch, already up to 57. Trying to keep it under 60 here in the bottom of the second. He comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Poked into left field. That ball is going to get down. Hitting third and coming home is Beaver. Moran over to third on the play. Stopping at first is Sturgis. It's an RBI single. 4-0 Cotuit. They've posted 3 runs, all with 2 out.
Yeah, that's a very, very good piece of hitting on back-to-back RBI singles, the one from Beaver in a 2-2 count, and that time in a 1-2 count. Pitcher's advantage and Luxus out of the dugout, and Mark Brissy's summer and day coming to an end much quicker than I think anyone would have expected or liked.
Nobody predicted this. Luxus out onto the mound, talking things over with Brissy. Has not taken the ball from him yet, but he now will. Mark Brissy, in a game where Wareham needed his best stuff, does not deliver. Goes an inning and 2/3, gives up 4 runs, leaves runners at the corners as a new arm comes onto the mound for the Gatemen. 4-0 Cats. We'll get you everything you need to know on the other side here on Cape League TV.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
Bottom half of the second with the Kets up 4-0. Alyssa Watling intuitive pitching change comes much earlier than anyone is expecting, and it's a bullish move from Ryan Smythe out there in the first base dugout. He brings on Jake Schweitzer to try and clean up this mess and hold this at 4-0.
And I think everyone knew how big this game was in pursuit of that final spot in the West Division playoff race. Probably felt like, okay, you have Mark Brissy, the starter, a Cape League All-Star, hoping to give you 4 or 5, and then turn it over to Jake Schweitzer, a guy that's been lights out for the Gatemen out of the bullpen. His last 8 innings of work, Dan, has allowed just 1 hit and no runs, 8 strikeouts in those 8 innings as well. He's been absolutely phenomenal, and ever since that June 18th outing against YD where he let up 3 runs, he hasn't given up more than a run in any outing. So it's a guy that you know what you're going to get out of him, and right now you need every bit of it. He can only do so much, though. Offense has to start clicking sooner rather than later. It's already 4-0. You haven't even gotten to the second inning.
Smythe goes to his best here early on, looking to hold this game. Jesse DiMaggio steps in. After 3 runs have come across in this inning for the Kets, they've taken a sizable lead. And obviously, the first baseman looking to add to it. Brissy's line not final yet as he's responsible for both on base. Schweitzer comes set. Delivers the first pitch to the righty. In there, 4 strike 1. If there's anyone you want out of the bullpen to keep this game where it's at, it's Jake Schweitzer. But obviously didn't want to use him in this spot. It is a tall order asked of him today. Looking to start off strong here. The 0-1 pitch. Poked over to second. Hamilton hops up and makes the grab. So Schweitzer deals 2 pitches, gets 1 out. Keeps this a 4-0 ball game. But the Kettleers come alive here in the bottom of the second. They score 3 runs coming on 2 hits, no errors, with 2 left on base. After 2 innings here at Lowell Park, it's 4-0 Cotuit on Cape League TV.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Top half of the third here in Cotuit. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. Not the scoreline the Gatemen would have wanted heading into this game after 2. It's 4-0. Adam, top of the order to the plate here, and lots of work to do. A big hill to climb.
And Grady Bivens can pitch with some run support behind him, which is so big because he hasn't been perfect, but he's been perfect when he's gotten into sticky situations. Had 2 on with nobody out in the second, and then retired 3 straight hitters. Had a runner into scoring position and 1 out in the first, retired him right there. So I think for Bivens right now you can try and maybe work inside a little bit more on some of these hitters, but Wareham needs to strike.
It's going to take a lot for the Gatemen to come back in this game. Starts with R.J. Hamilton at the plate. He takes a first pitch strike from Bivens, the first offering here in this third frame. Hamilton walked to lead off the ball game, but Wareham couldn't scratch across a run in that inning. Here's the 0-1 from Bivens. Cut behind the plate foul from Hamilton on a 79-mile-per-hour curveball from Bivens. The count runs to 0-2. Jake Schweitzer already into the game for Wareham. Ryan Smythe was hoping he could come in and maybe the 5th, 6th, take this the rest of the way, but it's going to have to be a by-committee effort for the Gatemen in this one. 0-2 from Bivens. Misses on the outside part of the plate, 4-1. Makes things awfully interesting. Obviously, Smythe treating this one as a playoff game like he should be, because the implications if the Gatemen lose are quite negative. Bivens set at the belt, the 1-2 pitch. Misses over the head of Hamilton. Didn't get the right grip on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this is a Cotuit lineup that's been playing better baseball as of late, despite losing 4 games in a row. Have posted 3 runs against YD, 8 against Bourne. 2-2 pitch, bounced in the dirt. Hamilton has worked back-to-back full counts in his first 2 plate appearances against Bivens. Looking to work a walk, find a way on base, try to kickstart something for this Wareham group that has put up just 1 run now over the last 21 innings of play. The payoff pitch from Bivens. Chopper over to short. Pano fields, throws to first in time. 1 down here in the third, and for the first time in the game, Wareham does not have the leadoff runner aboard.
And obviously not ideal, but if you're Wareham, it's only half the battle is getting that base runner on, especially as the leadoff guy. It's starts to get down to situational hitting, and the Gatemen still have yet to record a hit in this game.
It's been all walks or hit by pitches issued from Bivens. Goes against Connor Cuff here. Batting from the left side. First pitch misses down in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Cuff reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Made it up to second base. Was the first runner in scoring position of the game. Couldn't be brought home. 1-0. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bivens adjusts his hat, puts the tan glove to his belt, now mid to the face. Deals the 2-0 pitch. High chopper over to first, right into the glove of DiMaggio, who is waiting for it, flips to Bivens, steps on the bag, back-to-back outs on back-to-back groundouts for Bivens here in the top of the third.
And after some pretty big misses from Bivens, that time just goes right at Connor Cuff. Just puts it in play. Can't find a hole, though. And now 2 down in the third.
He's looked a lot sharper than in those first 2 innings. Clark at the plate from the right side. 2 down, and the base is clear. As the home plate umpire, Jake Brickta, cleaned off home plate. Now steps behind the catcher, Plattner, and Clark ready to go. Grounded out over to third on a magnificent diving play from J.J. Moran in the first. Bivens deals. Clark swings at the first pitch. Sky-high pop into right center field. It will be the center fielder, Isaac Sturgis, to come down with a head-high catch. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Grady Bivens, the first we've seen from either side in this game. Keeps this 4-0 Cotuit as we head to the bottom of the third on Cape League TV.
Every child deserves the basics. Gifts to Give is making that happen, and you can help. Volunteer, donate, or shop their thrift store Saturdays. Visit giftstogive.org and make a difference today.
The Wareham-based AD Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is North America's largest cranberry grower and a recognized leader in environmentally responsible real estate development and land stewardship. For 172 years, AD Makepeace Company has supported community events and organizations like your Wareham Gatemen. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights. Be prepared and contact Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP also have offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkmlaw.com.
The third here at Lowell Park. Jake Schweitzer on the mound for his first clean inning of work. Gives us a chance to give you the final line for Mark Brissy. He goes 1 2/3, 3 hits, 4 runs, all of those earned with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. Adam really just worked himself into trouble.
Yeah, 4 walks were the difference makers. Obviously, you never want to allow 3 hits, but all of those were super timely for Cotuit, and that's why this game is starting to get out of reach for Wareham. But then you go to one of your top arms in Jake Schweitzer to try and keep it within reach anymore. You feel this one slipping away.
Owen Pano at the plate. The shortstop from the left side. First pitch from Schweitzer is popped up over at third base. Cuff gets under it, and he makes the play for the first out. Schweitzer came into the game in the bottom of the second, got Jesse DiMaggio, the first baseman, to line out to R.J. Hamilton at second on 2 pitches. And he now has retired all batters that he's faced, only being 2. But a good start so far from Schweitzer.
Yeah, that's what you need, something to start to stabilize. Just let the momentum ride itself. Start to build it. Turn it to your offense.
Will Plattner, the catcher at the plate. Schweitzer ready. Deals the first pitch to the righty. It's in there for a strike. And that out from Schweitzer in the bottom of the second. Stranded runners at the corners was a big one to keep this a 4-0 game. Cotuit was threatening for more. Schweitzer sets the 0-1. Misses outside with the slider. And for this Cotuit team, they've plated runs in every inning of this game. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, all coming with 2 outs on the scoreboard. Schweitzer's 1-1. Top of the zone, called a strike. He's looked sharp to start, like he always has this summer. Looking for back-to-back outs to start off this bottom of the third and to cool down this Cotuit offense. Schweitzer fires. Misses in the left-handed batter's box with the slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schweitzer comes set. The 2-2. Once again goes back to that slider. It tails off the plate, and the count runs full.
Yeah, and that's an easy fix right there. He's just holding on to it a little bit too long, pulling it way outside, and you'd rather pull it right there on a right-on-right matchup as opposed to right-on-left, but would definitely be surprised if we see him go back to that pitch here in a 3-2.
Facing the 8th hitting Will Plattner. Payoff. Ground ball over to Cuff at third. He smothers it, throws on to first. The throw is high, takes Passo off the bag. But he gets back down there and steps on it for the out. Not the best throw from Cuff. Passo handles it well, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, Cuff's been pretty steady in the field defensively for Wareham this summer in his first dozen games. That was the first time where it was really like, That's probably a little bit more of a routine play and just sailed it. But really nice job from Passo to leap up, make sure to get your foot back down on the base, avoids a collision with Plattner. And there are 2 away.
Schweitzer on the cusp of the first 1-2-3 of the game for the Gatemen. Chase Kroberger, the left fielder, looks to change that. First pitch from Schweitzer. Heart of the zone for strike 1. Kroberger got hit by the pitch in the second with 1 down. Came around to score as the second run of the game at the time. Here's the 0-1. This is upstairs, and really that inning could have been prevented overall. Landon Beaver had the 2 RBI single, but the pitch before the single, he hit a fly ball into foul territory on the left side. Connor Cuff, Henry DeGiorgio, Dylan Dubovic all chased it, but it dropped foul in front of them. 1-1 from Schweitzer. Runs inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So it was a matter of inches. One of them tried to make the play. No one really had the best route to it, but just a little bit of miscommunication, and then Beaver knocked in a 2 RBI single the very next pitch. 2-1 from Schweitzer. Pulled upstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike. Looking to avoid the 2-out free pass. Stares in. He fires. Catches the top part of the zone, works right back into it. The count goes full with 2 down and the base is clear.
And you have to be careful here if you're Schweitzer because the 3 misses prior were bad. Way up and way inside.
Come set, here's the payoff. Misses high, just like you alluded to, Adam. And it's a 2-out walk issued by Jake Schweitzer, the 5th base on balls issued from this Wareham staff, and just 2 2/3.
Yeah, and it was something similar with Mark Brissy. It was when the misses were there, the misses were way off target. Non-competitive pitches, easy takes, and right back to the top of the order for Cotuit, already the 3rd time in 3 innings.
Sam Christensen has walked both times in this game and has come around to score both times as well. Kroberger over at first. But first, before the pitch to Christensen, a check over on Kroberger. He dives back in safely. Christensen with just 1 hit so far on the season, but has been really diligent in what he's swung at today. First pitch to him. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Kroberger, not a huge speed threat. 0 for 2 on stolen base attempts this season. Schweitzer trying to hold this at a 4-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 3rd, and Schweitzer balks. All the umpires had it immediately. More self-inflicted wounds for this Wareham team, and Kroberger is into scoring position.
And that's to the 9th hitting Chase Kroberger, too. You don't want to walk anyone. You don't want to have a balk with anyone on the bases, but Wareham gifting this game to Cotuit.
It has not been clean whatsoever today from the Gatemen. Christensen with an RBI opportunity now. Kroberger at second. The 0-1 pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's been a lot of sinker and cutter today for Jake Schweitzer. Has been using the slider a lot as well. Has to battle here. The 1-1. Christensen thought about it for a second, holds back the swing as the slider tails below the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Has a pair of RBIs on the year, came on his lone hit, which was a triple. Looking for some of that extra base power here. Schweitzer's 2-1 offering, clobbered into right field. Apple moving in, makes a running grab for the 3rd out. Near disaster for Jake Schweitzer, but he works around the 2-out walk, puts up a 0 here on the bottom of the 3rd. Keeps things 4-0 as we head to the 4th here on Cape League TV.
Hey Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen cleanup on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A Plus Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962-2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
Top of the fourth at Lowell Park with Dan Shalam. I'm Adam Hipsky. Cotuit in front 4-0 in this pivotal clash for the West Division playoff race. Grady Bivens back to work for the Kettleers. 4-5-6, first pitch to Chase Cruson. The left-handed center fielder is a first pitch fastball outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Cruson 0 for 1 today. Bivens trying to work through this portion of the order as the 0-1 is outside. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Had his first 1-2-3 inning in the third, starting to pick up a little bit of momentum. Aiming to carry it into the fourth. Bivens from the windup, 1-1 pitch. Cut on and missed. Fastball at 92. Outside edge. Cruson, the cleanup hitter today for Wareham. Grounded out to the first baseman, DiMaggio, his first time up. 1-2. Takes outside. It's the right call. Slider at 83, and the count's 2-2. Cotuit with 1 run in the first, 3 in the second, holding Wareham scoreless through the first 3 after being shut out yesterday. 2-2. Golfed high in the air. Shallow center field. Isaac Sturgis comes in and walks towards the gap and makes the catch for the first out.
This has been impressive from Bivens. He's really settled into this game more than I would have thought. I mean, he's retired 7 batters in a row now.
Yeah, 7 groundouts, 3 flyouts for Grady Bivens. Has just 1 strikeout. It came against Foster Apple, but now it's Dylan Dubovic. Was hit by a pitch his first time up. That was in the second. Bivens allowed leadoff base runners in back-to-back innings to start the game. Right on right, Bivens deals. Fly ball, left center field. Long run for Kroberger, and it drops right in front for a base hit. First hit of the game for Wareham, and it's a 1-out single in the fourth from Dylan Dubovic.
He's looked good in this game. Was hit by the pitch back in the second, but even before that, fouled off a couple that he liked against Bivens. Straightens it out there, and you hope that can spark the Wareham offense here.
Yeah, Dubovic has been lights out against Cotuit. That his 4th hit of the summer against the Kettleers. Dylan Passo digs in now, the first baseman on his way to Wake Forest. Right on left. Bivens from the stretch. First pitch fastball is below the zone for ball 1. Dubovic a base stealing threat on first. He has swiped 4 on 4 attempts here against Will Plattner. Catcher hasn't been tested today for Cotuit. And a throw over to first. Dubovic back safely, dives into the back of the bag. Kettleers lead at 4-0. as Dubovic asks for time on the right side. Our first base umpire, Dan Boomhauer, grants it. 1 ball, no strikes. Bivens still beneath that 50-pitch mark. His next one will be his 49th of the day. Trying to get through this 4th inning. Keep Wareham scoreless. 1 ball, no strikes on Paso. The pitch. Fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Paso coming off his first hitless game of the summer yesterday. Recorded 1 in each of his first 2 games, and then an 0-for-3 day yesterday against Brewster. In a 1-0 loss, the 2-0 comes home. Stares at ball 3, 91-mile-an-hour fastball in Paso. A true hitter's advantage. Doesn't get better than this in a 3-0 count.
He's a disciplined guy. Not going to swing until he sees something he likes.
Dubovic, short lead off of first. 1 out, runner on first. 3-0. Back to the fastball this time, catches the zone. Inner third for strike 1. Paso walked in the second. Wareham put 2 on the base paths. Best threat they've had, and another throw over to first. This time a little bit closer, but Dubovic again back safely with a dive. Three-1 the count, 1 away. Bivens delivers. High fly ball, towering shot to deep center. Sturgis back, squares up, and towards the fence. Makes a head-high catch for the 2nd out.
But you like that right there from Dylan Paso. He smashed that thing into the deepest part of the park. Got really good wood on it. If it was into left or right, would have been a home run.
397 to the deepest part of the park in straightaway center field. That one, our estimate's about 390, pushing towards the track, but it'll still be a runner on first, this time with 2 outs for Cohen Nicolai. 0-for-1 with the ground out to third. Right on right. Swings at a first pitch fastball and skies it into right center field. Sturgis a long run. Looks up, and that ball is gone. Cohen Nicolai swings at a first pitch heater and sends it over the right center field wall. Wareham finally breaks the scoreless drought. It's 4-2 Kettleers, and Nicolai hammers his 5th home run of the summer.
Well, we just talked about Paso nearly getting it out. That time, Nicolai has the home run power to muscle that thing over the wall into right center field. A towering shot, and you hope that's the spark that Wareham needs to get themselves back into this game.
And Nicolai collects RBIs 17 and 18 of the summer. First pitch to the right-handed Foster Apple, inside for ball 1. See if that's the jolt that Wareham needed. 4-2 game. The 1-0 pitch. High chopper, couple of hops. Right side of the infield, gloved at second by Aguayo. Quick throw over to first, and it's in time to retire the side, but not before Cohen Nicolai puts Wareham on the board. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors in the field, and nobody left on base through 3.5 at Lowell Park. Wareham cuts the deficit in half, and it brings us into the 3rd member of our crew, and CeCe Gabriel joins us for the first time today. CeCe.
Well, thanks, Dan. It's been a trying 2 days for the Wareham Gatemen after suffering back-to-back losses against the Brewster Whitecaps. And when I spoke to Wareham skipper today, he made his mentality very clear. His team saved up all their hits yesterday and all the runs for today, and that proved clear with a Cohen Nicolai home run. Now facing a big West Division opponent in the Cotuit Kettleers. A win for Wareham today would mean that they would be tied in a 4th, which would put them in a playoff spot for the first time the entire summer. Now, beyond playoff impact, for Smythe, victory through non-pressurized at-bats means that it would be a morale booster for the team, and then he would allow his current guys to rest and hopefully give some new players an opportunity to start things up tomorrow. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, CeCe. Wareham in a game that's been circled on pretty much everyone that has been monitoring this West Division playoff race for better half of the last week or two, Dan. And the Gatemen right now Definitely not in control, but starting this climb back into it.
Well, take a deep breath, cut the lead in half. You're very much in this game now if you are Wareham. And here's the good news. You got your best reliever in Jake Schweitzer on the bump right now that can give you some innings of relief. You don't have to worry about what's coming after now. You just want Schweitzer to go out there, toss some clean ball, get the offense right back in there while the bats are hot.
Yeah, that's what Schweitzer's done. He's gone 1 1/3 so far, no hits, and 1 walk. Got out of the jam in the second, and then pitched around a 2-out walk in the third. He's been stable, 19 pitches so far for the right-hander out of Louisville. He'll face the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the bottom of the fourth in a 4-2 game, Cotuit in front. Aiden Aguayo, Landon Beaver, and J.J. Moran, the minimum for Schweitzer, who comes set on the first base side of the rubber into his windup. First pitch of the inning is a slider outside for ball 1. Schweitzer Aguayo 1 for his last 13. Was 0 for 11 coming into this one, but then singled in the first. 1-0. Popped up right side, foul ground. Clark gives it a look as the catcher and watches it drop in the first base grandstands here at Lowell Park. Nice crowd on hand, really. In this Friday afternoon, 4:30 start. Got started 1 minute early at 4:29. But obviously, plenty of offense early on. Approaching the hour 30 mark. So we've hit the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 from Schweitzer. Checks a swing, the appeal down. Doesn't matter, it's a called strike anyways. Looked like Aguayo certainly offered at it. 1-2 on Aguayo, the second baseman from UCLA. The base is clear, 1-2. Slider tails in. 79-mile-an-hour pitch at the knees, and it's ball 2. Aguayo, 1 for 6 against Wareham this summer. 2-2. Flied out of play, right side, and into the trees. Aguayo battling here in this 2-strike count. Spoils 1 pitch foul. Two and two. Schweitzer collects himself, brings it home. Hit on the ground, left side. Gloved at short by DiGiorgio. Strong throw to first, and in time. Leadoff hitter retired for the second straight inning for Jake Schweitzer.
Yeah, really nice job. Just getting ahead, works back into that count right there after leveling it at 2-2 with his ball. Delivers a couple of nice pitches, forces the weak ground out.
Brings up Landon Beaver, who had the most impactful swing of this game, a 2 RBI single with 2 outs in the second inning. Broke this game open, made it 1-0, 3-0. Cape League All-Star now steps in with the bases clear. 4-2, Cotuit leads. Bottom of the fourth at Lowell Park. Pitch from Schweitzer, hit on the line over the head of the second baseman Hamilton into right center field. Cut off in the gap by Cruz, and Beaver gives it a look, but stays content with 1. And it's a 1-out single for Landon Beaver, now 2 hits today for the DH.
And something that Schweitzer's not really used to. He's given up 1 hit over his last 9 innings. He was bound to give up another one. Interested to see how he responds now.
And went right at that first pitch fastball, top of the zone. And now J.J. Moran, the cleanup third baseman from Stanford. 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch his last time up. That was against the starter Mark Brissy, who gave Wareham 1 2/3. Schweitzer's pitch. Slider breaks outside for ball 1. Brissy, another Cape League All-Star. In his final start of the summer, Ryan Smythe gets just 1 2/3 out of him. 3 hits, 4 walks, departs in line for the loss. 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. After the single, back-to-back pitches, Schweitzer struggling to locate. Beaver off of first, the 2-0. Popped up and fouled out of play. Gal moves to 2-1 on Moran. He's finished up a couple of seasons with the Cardinal. Hit .261 across 54 games. Schweitzer's throw over to first. And Beaver back safely. Trying to respect the speed of Beaver. Has one stolen base this summer on one attempt.
Maybe he goes in normally, then I'm a bombshell.
2-1 the count, one away. Runner on first. Schweitzer behind 4-2. Runner on the move. The pitch swung on and missed, and Clark started to fumble it on the transfer. No throw down to second, and Beaver has his second stolen base of the summer.
Unfortunate break right there from Clark because he was ready to gun it. Got out of the crouch, but just can't get a hand on the ball. Schweitzer needs to be really diligent here. Ball to the outfield makes this a 3-run game once again.
2-2 the count, one away. Runner on second, right on right. Schweitzer collects himself. The pitch home. Grounded left side, over to short. DeGiorgio looks the runner back to second, now rifles to first in time. Beaver stays put at second, and that was a much-needed out to keep Cotuit away from another potential run, and there's 2 down in the 4th.
Really nice job there from DeGiorgio. Fields the ball, looks Beaver back to second, fires to first, plenty of time. Just what you want from your shortstop to put 2 outs on the board.
It's the 5th hitting Isaac Sturgis, who made a nice play in center field in the last half inning. Had the RBI single in the second. Right on left, Schweitzer looks back at second, now goes forward. First pitch called a strike outside corner, 0-1. Sturgis out of the transfer portal on his way to Wake Forest. Future college teammates with Wareham first baseman Dylan Passo. Passo from Notre Dame, Sturgis from Michigan State. The 0-1. Slapped on the ground right side and foul. The count now 0-2 on the center fielder. Cotuit trying to secure the season series victory over Wareham, which obviously is the first tiebreaker in the Cape League playoffs, as just 2 points separate these two sides. No balls, 2 strikes. Schweitzer delivers. Grounded over to first. 2 hops. Passo gloves. Flips to first in time to a covering Jake Schweitzer. Besides a 1-out single, Schweitzer works with ease through the 4th. 2 1/3 so far for the right-handed reliever. And Wareham now just down 4-2 as we head to the top of the 5th.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Top of the 5th at Lowell Park. The visiting Gatemen trail Cotuit 4-2 as the 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Gatemen. With Dan Shalam, I'm Adam Hipsky. Dan was a slow start offensively for Wareham, but a 2-run shot from Cohen Nicolai feels like Wareham's in a brand new ball game.
Right back into it. Only down 2 runs. A lead that they can definitely chip away from. And you got a good chance here. Bivens in what will be his 5th inning of work after DeGiorgio, top of the order. 3rd time through. A real good opportunity here.
Yeah, the right-handed starter Bivens set to face lefty, righty, lefty, starting with the shortstop Henry DeGiorgio. Out of the windup, DeGiorgio squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes outside for ball 1. J.J. Moran, the third baseman, came crashing in. DeGiorgio trying to catch the Cotuit defense off guard. 1-0 from the windup. Fastball, another one outside at the knees. 2-0 the count on DeGiorgio. 0 for 1 today. They ground out over to second. 0 for his last 6. 2-0. Flared left side, curling foul, and just to the left of the line for strike 1.
Good wood from DeGiorgio. Liked it immediately after. Went back to straighten it out. A couple of practice swings.
Wareham trying to score in back-to-back innings after 12 straight scoreless frames, dating back to yesterday's matchup with Brewster. 2-1. Hit up the middle on a couple of hops. Gloved at short by Pano. A strong throw to first. DeGiorgio hustled down the line, but can't beat it out, and Bivens starts out his 5th inning with a 6-3 putout.
Thought that it might have gotten through right there. It certainly came close, but Pano does a nice job of moving to his left, across the body over there at second to clean it up for the first out.
3rd time through the order for Grady Bivens, the right-hander on his way to Troy out of the transfer portal, now facing the right-handed R.J. Hamilton. Base is clear, 1 away. Pitch. Breaking ball, settles in at the knees for strike 1. Hamilton on a 3-game hit streak. He's 0 for 1 today. Bivens kicks, deals. Popped foul. Into the netting behind home plate, and Hamilton through 2 pitches is behind 0-2.
Seen it well, though. Fouled that one straight back to the screen.
Wareham didn't even record a hit until the 4th inning. The 0-2. Another one spoiled foul. Hamilton had to stretch. Chased it in the left-handed batter's box. Got just a piece of it to stay alive in the count.
I love the battle here from Hamilton.
Bivens, 3rd time facing Hamilton. Walked him in the 1st inning. 0-2. Slider outside. Got Hamilton to chase on the pitch prior in a similar spot. That time Hamilton holds and the count's 1-2. Second baseman trying to battle back. 1-2 comes home. Grounded left side over to short. Another chance for Pano. Slings it over to first across his body, and a nice play there. Back-to-back 6-3 putouts, and Hamilton's grounded out to short twice today, 2 down in the 5th.
Hamilton thought he had that one as he made it to the bag. Signaled his hands out to the side, trying to make a safe motion, but Dan Boomhauer wasn't having any part of it and puts 2 outs on the board.
Chance to start a 2-out rally for Connor Cuff, the 3rd baseman, who's recorded a hit in 5 consecutive games, also hitless today. Right on left, first pitch breaker. This is in the dirt for ball 1. Cuff reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st, grounded out to the first baseman DiMaggio back in the 3rd. Certainly imagine this will be Bivens' last time out in this game. 1-0. Fly ball, shallow center field. Sturgis comes in, and instead it's Aguayo that calls him off. The second baseman on the back pedal hauls it in for a clean 1-2-3 frame in the 5th. No hits, no runs, no errors in the field. Nobody left on. Halfway home at Lowell Park in Cotuit as the 4-2 edge on Wareham.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Bottom of the fifth at Lowell Park, and Cotuit leads Wareham 4-2. With Dan Shalam, I'm Adam Hipsky. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Kettleers. Jesse DiMaggio, Owen Pano, Will Plattner the minimum against the right-hander Jake Schweitzer. That has stabilized things for a Wareham pitching staff that desperately needed it.
Yeah, Mark Brissy went 1 2/3, 4 earned runs given up with 4 walks. Schweitzer has been a lot sharper. Just 1 hit and 1 walk for him through 2 1/3.
Still on his first time through the order, facing Jesse DiMaggio. The first baseman swings at a first pitch breaker, hit on the ground, 2 hops over to short. DiGiorgio squares up, takes Passo down the line. He hauls it in and applies the tag. It's a little bit of an awkward 6-3 putout, but DiGiorgio's been busy over there today. That his 3rd putout of the day.
And that one, it wasn't Passo's foot touching the bag. He came off the bag to tag DiMaggio on the line because the throw was offline, but a really nice job of him handling that over there at first.
So now the 7th hitting Owen Pano, shortstop out of Ole Miss, steps in the left-handed batter's box. Right-hander Schweitzer delivers a first pitch fastball low of the zone for ball 1. Pano 0 for 2 today. Hitting .222 this summer. 1-0. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Base is clear in the bottom of the 5th. Cotuit with all 4 of its runs in the first 2 innings. Schweitzer deals the 2-0. Outer third, called a strike, 2-1. Pano after his sophomore season at Ole Miss. Here on the Cape, 2-1. Takes inside, gets ahead on the count, 3-1. Had a really good late season stretch of success. Became Ole Miss's starting shortstop. Rebels made it all the way to Omaha. 3-1. Outside, 5-pitch walk. Second walk issued of the day from Jake Schweitzer, and a 1-out base runner for the Kettleers in the bottom of the 5th.
And this is where things really get interesting for Ryan Smythe. The last 2 times that Jake Schweitzer's come into the ball game, he's taken the game all the way. Who comes in after? Is it Jaden Barfield? He's not listed to start over the next couple of days. Is it someone else? It's a big question mark.
Figure out as this game progresses. First pitch to Will Plattner, cut on and missed. Right on right, sinker up and in, and Plattner underneath it for strike 1. Catcher from Alabama, 0 for 2 today. So it passes from Pano to Plattner. 2 guys that both got the experience out in Omaha in the College World Series. The 0-1 pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Plattner, a team captain for Alabama. 1-1 the count, runner on first. Schweitzer delivers. Fly ball, center field. Long run in from Cruson, and it drops in between the three of them for a one-out single. First hit of the day from Will Plattner. Couldn't have been more perfectly placed in between Cruson, Apple, and Hamilton in center, right, and second. And 2 aboard for the Kettleers.
Just was a little bloop, but it did the job. And really a situation here we have not seen Jake Schweitzer in over the last 10 innings that he's pitched. Runners at first and second, 1 down.
Last time Schweitzer allowed more than 1 hit in an outing was against Cotuit back on July 6th. Pitched 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, but also collected the save in that game. Facing the 9th inning Chase Kroberger, who has not been retired today, has not put a ball into play. Was hit by a pitch once, walked his last time up. Right on right. Swings at a first pitch fastball and lifts it foul and out of play right side for strike 1. Kroberger 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts against Wareham this summer. Schweitzer trying to work around a little bit of traffic here in a 4-2 game. Comes set above the belt. Comes home. Popped up, right side, curling foul. And Schweitzer has the 9th hitting center fielder in an 0-2 count. Pano on second, Plattner at first. Top of the lineup, due up for Cotuit. 0-2. Just outside. Tried to work across the body. Kroberger holds just barely outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. One, 2. Schweitzer to Kroberger. The pitch. Down and away. Ball 2.
This is impressive here from Kroberger. A guy who's batting 172 has reached safely in his last 6 at-bats. Been really good from him.
Kroberger, the left fielder from Alabama. 2-2 the count. And at the letters, count runs full. Schweitzer had Kroberger up against the wall in a no-ball 2-strike count. Now the count runs full. Two on, 1 away. Cotuit trying to pull away from Wareham. Schweitzer sets and fires. Payoff. Fouled straight back.
And it was Schweitzer issuing the walk to Kroberger back in the 3rd inning as well. So familiar territory for both of them.
Pano and Plattner both take their creeps off the bag. 3-2. Outside, ball 4, bases loaded. What a trip to the plate for Chase Kroberger. Down 0-2, and now a couple of walks issued from Jake Schweitzer. Could we see a mound visit from Eric Luxus? He's down in the dugout. It looks like he'll stay there at least for the time being.
And it is Logan Baisley warming in the bullpen right now for Wareham.
Back to the top of the order for Cotuit. Sam Christensen 0 for 1 today with a sharp line out his last time up. Corners of the infield in, middle of the infield back. Trying to turn 2, get out of the inning. First pitch swung on and lifted high in the air right side. Hooking out of play. And strike 1 on Christensen. Bases loaded. Pano on 3rd. Plattner off of 2nd. Kroberger just drew the walk on 1st. Now being held on by Passo. The 0-1. Grounded right side, foul ball. Back-to-back at-bats where Schweitzer has a Cotuit hitter down 0-2. Kroberger battled back to work a walk. Now Christensen trying to stay alive here. Right on left. Schweitzer readies. Comes home. Grounded ball and foul once again on the right side. Wareham down 4-2. Here in the final trip to Lowell Park. Last time Wareham was here, it was the season opener. Kettleers took it 5-0. 0-2. Breaking ball down and in. A 1-2 count to the right fielder from Alabama. 3 straight Crimson Tide batters that Schweitzer has faced in this inning. One, two. Cut on and miss. Drop third strike. Nowhere to go. And Jake Schweitzer gets his first strikeout of the day, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time with the bases loaded and 1 out. Now 2 gone in the 5th. So a quick move to the bench. Cotuit goes to Dawson Santana, relieving Aiden Aguayo.
New guy, first at bat here at Lowell Park.
What an opportunity to step into. Right on right. First pitch high for ball 1. Santana, the 5'6" rising senior, just finished up his first season at San Diego State, where he hit .263, played and started in 60 games. Now on the summer for the Kettleers. Late season surge. 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Schweitzer's got to find it right now. And Levi Clark realizes it and wants to walk out and try and settle his pitcher down.
Veteran move right there from Clark. Santana is in unfamiliar territory here. Schweitzer just needs to pound the zone. Hope good things are going to happen.
So we'll see what Cotuit elects to do defensively. You would imagine that Santana just slides into second base. But Aiden Aguayo's day is done. A 1-for-3 day, singled in the first, and then a fly out and a ground out that followed. Two balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Schweitzer sets, delivers. Outer third, called a strike, and at least for the time being, that mound visit beneficial. Payno on third, Plattner on second, Kroberger off of first. 2-1. Cut on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts. Dawson Santana now even in the count, 2-2. 2 seasons at Oregon State, played in 28 games across those pair of years. They made the move to San Diego State. 2-2. Flied out of play, right side. That was Schweitzer's 60th pitch of the day, after relieving Mark Brissy, who went just 1 2/3. You have to imagine right now for Schweitzer, this is probably it. Trying to avoid allowing a run. 2-2. Just fouled. Barely gets a piece of it, and Sebastian takes it. Number 1 back kid right there for Wareham.
It was
now
tightly contested back there.
Yeah, he's been dominant today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom 5th. Bases loaded. Schweitzer trying to evade the jam. Pitch. Grounded, left side. DeGiorgio flips to second, and the Gatemen out of the inning. No further damage done. Schweitzer slams the door. Rob Cooper goes to the bench, and Dawson Santana grounds out to end the inning. We're through 5 at Lowell Park. Cotuit still ahead, just 4-2.
it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
Grady Bivens back to work for Cotuit. We've hit the top of the 6th at Lowell Park. It's Kettleers 4, Gatemen 2. With Dan Shalam, I'm Adam Hipsky. A little bit of surprise to see Grady Bivens back out on the mound. He has thrown more than 60 pitches, Dan.
I went 70-plus against Wareham the first time. So not the biggest surprise. I think the reason why Rob Cooper keeps him in here, he worked a 1-2-3 fifth after allowing the 2-run home run to Cohen to Cly. Probably if he lets up a base runner here, he's out. Cotuit does have a couple of arms warming in the pen. It was Everett Garber and Chase Vanamita out there in that bottom half of the 5th where the Cats left the bases loaded.
So he'll face the 3-4-5 hitters. Righty, lefty, righty. Levi Clark, Chase Cruson, and Dylan Dubovic in a 4-2 game. Right on right to start the 6th. Clark 0 for 2 today. Bivens from the windup. Pitch outside. Slider for ball 1. Clark with a ground out to the third baseman Moran in the 1st and a fly out to center in the 3rd, his last time up. The 1-0. Off speed, inside, called a strike. One and one on Clark. Bivens winds and fires. Fly ball, right side. Long run, comes over near side, and Plattner watches it fall into the netting for strike 2. So Dawson Santana, the pinch hitter in that inning, does come in at second base for Aiden Aguayo, who made a running catch in the 5th inning to end the frame. So wondering if it could have been an injury, as the 1-2 is a comebacker right to Bivens, who fields on the third base side and slings it over to first for the first out of the inning.
Impressive right there. He just barehanded that with his throwing hand to his right of the mound, and a nice little throw over to first.
So Clark 0 for 3 today. He's 0 for his last 7. Brings up Chase Cruson, the cleanup center fielder, 0 for 2 today. Right on left as Bivens comes set. Lifts the leg, comes home. Slider dots the outside corner, called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball up and away. Four-seamer at 92. Really only blemish on Bivens' day was a single in the 4th and then a 2-run homer off of the bat of Cohen Nicolai. 1-1. Popped up. Gruson gets jammed over to the left side of the infield, and Owen Pano, the shortstop, corrals it for the second out.
Well, and that's the thing. If you're Rob Cooper, no reason to get him out of this game. He has looked sharp ever since that home run. Has been in cruise control. 6 in a row sat down.
He has thrown 72 pitches. His most this summer was 88 against Wareham on July 5th. 2 out, nobody on for Dylan Dubovic. One of just 2 Gatemen to record a hit today. Right on right, first pitch. Slider outside at the knees. The count's 1-0. Dubovic yet to be retired today, was hit by a pitch in the second and then single that he came around to score in the fifth. 1-0. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 6 straight hitters retired for Grady Bivens. Two-0. Down and away with a fastball. Below the bottom rail for ball 3. Dubovic batting 186. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle for a called strike. Fastball at 91. Dubovic still ahead in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. As Dubovic asks for time. Tightens the left shoulder guard. Digs back in. 3-1. Called strike 2. Dubovic took the first step down the first base line. Thought he might have just worked a walk. But Bivens, after being behind 3-0, now a 3-2 count. Bases clear, 2 away. Top of the 6th. Cotuit in front, 4-2 from the windup. Bivens deals. Flied foul, left side. Count remains full.
Nice job there. Dubovic just protecting the plate. That's what he has to do here with 2 strikes on him.
Ground out and a pop out to start Grady Bivens' 6th inning. Trying to retire the side cleanly. Payoff. Out of the windup. Cut on and missed. Dubovic down on strikes for the first time today. 7 straight retired for Grady Bivens. He's gotten better as this game's gone on. 6 innings, just 2 runs, and Cotuit's in front, 4-2. 3-4-5 due up for the Kettleers when we return here on Cape League TV.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Bottom of the 6th, Cotuit in front of Wareham 4-2 here at Lowell Park. Ryan Smythe forced to make another Alyssa Watling intuitive pitching change, and this time he turns to Logan Baisley, the 6'4 right-hander, making his second appearance, and both against the Kettleers.
Last time it was 2 innings of 2-hit, 2-run ball. 1 of those earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He's a high strikeout guy. Jake Schweitzer does his job, comes into this game, does not allow a run over 3 1/3. He was magnificent, but now it's pressure on the new guy. Can Baisley do it? We'll see if he holds up, but was sharp enough the first time around, Cotuit.
Not an easy start to his day by any means. 3-4-5, the minimum for the Kettleers in the 6th. It starts with Landon Beaver, the designated hitter, who's 2 for 3 today with a couple of RBIs. Right on left, first pitch from Baisley, misses inside. Count 1-0. Beaver followed by a right-handed hitter and a lefty, J.J. Moran and Isaac Sturgis. It's been a portion of the Cotuit order that's done a ton of damage. 1 out. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. 3-pitch mix for Baisley. Fastball, slider, and a sinker. Smoked. Deep to right field. Apple looks up. No doubt about it. First hitter of the day that Logan Baisley faces, and Landon Beaver dismantles a 2-0 fastball, and Cotuit tacks on its first run since the second. 5-2 Kettleers.
Well, that not good right there, obviously, from Landon Beaver. He's been the man that has gotten to Wareham in this game. He was the guy that got to YD last night. Back-to-back days for him with home runs in the same exact spot down there in right field, and that ball was absolutely smacked. You knew it was gone off the bat.
Fastball top of the zone, and he hammered it. Brings up J.J. Moran now, the third baseman from Stanford, right on right first pitch. Taken inside for ball 1, 79-mile-an-hour slider. Beaver's third home run of the summer, now tied for the most on this Cotuit team with Hogan Denny, who gets the day off today, but one of the better Kettleers hitters. The 1-0 popped up right side, out of play. Moran, a Cape League All-Star, following another Cape League All-Star in Landon Beaver, who now has 3 hits today and 3 RBIs. One the count, the pitch. Down and away for ball 2.
And Baisley looks all out of sorts right now. He looked out of sorts coming into the game. Let up the home run. Still has not had the control.
Base is clear, nobody out, but Cotuit has already struck in this inning. 2-1. Inside corner, called a strike. Slider at 78. Two balls, 2 strikes. Right on right, the pitch. Hit on a line, short hop. Hamilton smothers at second, throws on to first in time. Baisley gets his first out of the day, a 4-3 putout, and there's 1 down in the 6th.
That's a nice job there to bounce back after the solo shot, recenter, get back to work. You hope that can start some positive momentum for Logan Baisley.
Now the 5th hitting Isaac Sturgis, center fielder on his way to Wake Forest out of the transfer portal. Second left-handed hitter of the day that Logan Baisley has to face. Right on left, the pitch. Fastball, outside corner, called a strike. So Jake Schweitzer finishes with 3 1/3, 2 hits, no runs. Now a 2.36 ERA, did his job. The 0-1 pitch. Foul tipped for strike 2. Obviously called upon a little bit earlier than I think anyone would have liked, but he gave Wareham a chance.
Certainly, and obviously the game plan for Smythe and company was to have Brissy try and go 4, maybe 5, try and let Schweitzer take the rest of the way. And obviously that not the case here.
0-2, just outside. Back to the slider for Baisley. Base is clear. Pitch. Comebacker, right to Baisley. Snared on the first base side. Jogs to first. Underhand flips, and the second out of the inning is recorded. Obviously not the start, giving up a solo blast, but a pretty good response from Baisley.
Back-to-back outs, back-to-back ground outs. It's looked a lot better. Hope he can keep it going.
Now against Jesse DiMaggio. Right on right. In a 5-2 game, Cotuit leads. The pitch. Checks the swing. The appeal down. Dan Boomhauer says he did not. Ball one. The first baseman from Westmont, 0 for 2 today. Walked a run in back in the first inning. Bases loaded. 1-0. Slider outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Wareham obviously did not have the first and second inning that they would have liked. 2-0. Smoked on a line and hooked foul. Way out in front of the fastball, and the count 2-1.
That's really what Baisley has to be cautious of. These Cotuit hitters have seen his fastball really well, especially when he leaves it in the top part of the zone.
Right on right, the pitch. Fastball downstairs, 3-1. DiMaggio was the first hitter to face Jake Schweitzer and lined out to leave a pair on in the second. Kettleers tacked on 4 of their 5 runs in the first 2 innings as 3-1 misses outside, breaks away from the first baseman, and his second walk of the day, and first issued off the right hand of Logan Baisley.
Walks have been a real issue in this game for Wareham. That number is up to 8. They also have 2 hit by pitches in this game, so that's 10 free bags issued by the staff.
And a pinch runner coming in for Cotuit, going into his bench, and it's Ryan Taransky that replaces DiMaggio on the base paths. Taransky, the rising redshirt sophomore from Cincinnati. First pitch hit on a line and past the glove of Hamilton into center field. First to third, Taransky puts on the Jets. And a 2-out single for Owen Pano, his first hit of the day, and Cotuit putting together a late threat. Runners on the corners, 2 outs.
Cotuit's been active in this game. They've had 10 runners left on through the first 5 innings, and now Logan Baisley looks to push that number to 12 with Will Plattner coming to the plate.
It's the 8th hitting Plattner, catcher from Alabama, singled his last time up. Cotuit with a chance to really take control. 5-2, bottom 6. Right on right. First pitch fastball, bottom third, clips the zone for a called strike. A redshirt senior with the Crimson Tide in the fall. Deep breath, 0-1 pitch. Ground ball over to short. DeGiorgio charges, gets a glove on it. Throws to first in time to retire the side. Solo shot in the leadoff spot for Landon Beaver is all Cotuit gets in the 6th, but it provides some insurance for the Kettleers. To the 7th we go, 6, 7, 8. Due up for the Gatemen here on the Wareham Gatemen Baseball Network.
Hey Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen clean up on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low-speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A-Plus Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962 2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
We've hit the 7th inning here at Lowell Park. It's the first Alyssa Watling intuitive pitching change for Rob Cooper and company after 6 innings of 2-hit, 2-run ball, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. The best start of the season for Grady Bivens. The ball is turned over to the righty, Truett Manuel.
And he needed it in the biggest game of the season. And now Rob Cooper goes to his Cape League All-Star as his first call out of the pen. He's pitched 1 1/3. That was the shortest outing he's had this summer. So beyond that, he could easily give Cotuit 2, maybe even 3 innings and finish this one out. And what a gift that would be for Rob Cooper. Manuel, a 6'2", 205-pound rising redshirt sophomore out of NC State. He last pitched back on July 10th against Orleans. He got his 2nd save of the summer and pitched 2 innings of scoreless ball, allowing just 1 hit. 35 pitches, and Dan, that was 14 days ago. Plenty of rest for the right-hander today.
Yeah, full 2 weeks. He will face Dylan Passo, Cohen Nicolai, and Foster Apple to start off things here in the 7th. Wareham needs to climb out of a 3-run hole. They have 9 outs to do it, or else they will be 3 games back with 8 to play, trying to make the playoffs. Manuel ready, fires the first pitch of his outing. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. Manuel, a 3-pitch mix, really a 2. It's the fastball and the curveball, rarely mixes in the changeup. The fastball tops out at 96. That one was at 95. 1-0 to Passo. Fastball at the knees. Just misses for ball 2. Passo walked back in the 2nd inning, a fly out to center for him in the 4th. Trying to get this offense moving with time dwindling down. The 2-0. Misses down low with the fastball at 94. 3 balls and no strikes for Dylan Passo. Manuel shaking off a little bit of that rust after not pitching in 14 days' time. Delivers the 3-0. Fastball misses outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Dylan Passo to start off things here in the 7th. It's just what the doctor ordered for the Gatemen.
And Truett Manuel, while he's been super dominant, has given up a walk in each of his outings. In his last 2, he's issued 5 combined. So control has been the issue. It hasn't really been getting hit around. It's really just comes down to the control. And you see why right there, a 4-pitch walk to start his day.
Has given up just 3 hits over 4 appearances. Now Cohen Nicolai, who had the 2-run home run in his last plate appearance, takes a first pitch ball high and away. Fastball, 94 miles an hour. Passo over at first. Wareham trying to rally here in this top of the 7th. Manuel has yet to throw a strike. 1-0. Misses inside. 6 straight balls to start off the outing. And now a mound visit coming for Cotuit. Can kind of sense it, that something's wrong with Manuel. And it will be the pitching coach, Kevin Curtin, to talk things over there on the mound. Just Plattner and Manuel. Nicolai's 2-run home run was over the right field fence that came off the starter, Grady Bivens. And that was the only damage that he ran into the entire day. It was really dominant. Rob Cooper needed all of it. Certainly got every bit. See how Manuel responds now after the mound visit. Nicolai steps back into the box. Passo over there at first. Does not have a stolen base through 3 games this season. Manuel gives a look. Comes set at the belt. Fires. Bounces the curveball down in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. 7 straight balls dealt out of the hand of Truett Manuel. Takes a big, deep breath. The Clyde squares bunt for a second, comes up in the box, now pulls it back. The 3-0 is the get-me-over fastball. There is the first strike of the outing for Manuel. It's 3-1.
Yeah, and it kind of just felt like a little bit of mind games right there from Nikolai. Throw it out there, maybe make Manuel think about it for an extra second.
3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Fastball in the zone, and maybe Nikolai's mind games coming back to hurt him a little bit. It's back-to-back strikes for Manuel after he was down 3-0. Nikolai steps into the box. Manuel set at the belt. Here's the payoff. Misses inside with a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. Back-to-back walks dealt out of the hand of Truett Manuel. Brings Foster Apple to the plate as the tying run in this ball game.
And Wareham hasn't left a runner on in each of the last 4 innings, but back in the second, this was a huge opportunity when Dubovic was hit by a pitch, Paso walked, and then 3 straight hitters retired. Now something similar, you get gifted 2 base runners. Now can you take advantage?
See if Apple can do anything with it. 0 for 2 in this game. Paso at second, Nikolai at first. The first pitch, fastball, top of the zone, 4 strike 1. Clocks in at 93. Manuel, a clean 2 innings of work last time he pitched against Orleans for the save. Trying to find that here, the 0-1. Changeup, a called strike, and that a pitch that on the scout, Manuel simply doesn't throw to righties. Switches it up against Apple, who finds himself behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Manuel set at the belt, comes home. Ground ball over to the third base side. Moran throws to second, onto first, in time. What a pick it was by DiMaggio. The throw was bounced from Santana. Somehow DiMaggio digs it out of the ground, and there's 2 outs on the board. What a play.
I mean, doesn't get much better than that. Probably the smoothest turn you've seen in terms of second to first. Santana whipped it across his body. And Apple has some speed, too, and that needed to be about as pristine as possible. And now Cotuit, 2 gone.
It will now be Henry DeGiorgio at the plate from the left side. First pitch, misses down in the dirt. 4-1. Not just a straight momentum killer from Foster Apple. 2 outs on the board after back-to-back walks issued by Truett Manuel. Gets him right back into the game. The 1-0. High and away, bounces off the glove of Plattner. Charging home is Paso. He will take the 90 feet and score. 5-3 Cotuit.
That's why that double play is such a killer, because if you even just get 1 and beat it out right there, you've got a runner on second and Apple, but that's where Cotuit's defense slammed the door, and we saw defense be a huge difference maker the first time these 2 teams met.
Now a 2-0 count with the bases cleared to DeGiorgio. The pitch finds the zone for strike 1. 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Manuel looking to limit the damage, get out of this with just 1 run across. Fires his 2-1. It misses high and away. 3 balls in, 1 strike. Manuel clearly hasn't had his best stuff today, but looking to keep this at just a 2-run game. So Wareham responds after the solo shot from Landon Beaver with a run of its own, trying to build some momentum. The 3-1 pitch, straight down the pipe. DeGiorgio swings and misses, and the count runs full.
Got to shorten the approach here for DeGiorgio. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Try and find a way.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the base is clear. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the third base side. Moran ranges into foul territory, gets under it, and makes the play. Just one run comes across after the back-to-back walks issued from Truett Manuel. 5-3 ball game as it's time to stretch here at Lowell Park, which means we talk to CeCe Gabriel once again. CeCe, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Well, happy
Excited to hear what you got to say.
Well, happy to hear. Wareham has not had an easy few days, and it's been the same for Cotuit. They're on a 4-game losing streak, putting them at 3-7 in the last 10 games. Now, amidst the struggle, a Cotuit star has shown through, and that is Landon Beaver. The RBI leader for that squad has 14 on the season and has proven to be an elite offensive weapon. Now, in the midst of producing more, his method is actually quite the opposite. After a home run and a double yesterday against YD, he said, "Me and Coach McKeon have been working on doing less. Less is more. I've been trying to get my flush and find my direction, and I feel like it panned out for me today." Now, with a 2 RBI single and a home run already tonight, we'll see what he has left in the tank. Guys, back to you.
He will come to the plate if a runner gets aboard for Cotuit, as it's 9-1-2 Beaver in the 3-hole tonight, where, like CeCe has mentioned, he has dominated. Logan Baisley out there for his second inning of work, and Adam Hipsky, it was not his cleanest in his first inning of work in the 6th.
No, it was kind of a roller coaster ride. Doesn't get out to the start with the Landon Beaver home run, then retires consecutive hitters, but then issued a walk and a single, but worked around it. And now you've got a chance with your offense starting to produce, and you get that 1 run right back. No damage done. You came into the game in a 2-run deficit, and now you're back on the mound in a 2-run deficit despite the home run. So, chance to settle in here for Baisley.
Chase Kroberger steps in. First pitch to him, misses outside, 4-1. Kroberger has reached base safely all 3 times today. Hit by the pitch in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd and the 5th inning. Baisley stares in, gets the sign. 1-0. Fastball that clocks in at 90, called a strike, bottom part of the zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. Baisley trying to hold this at a 2-run ball game. The 1-1. Down low with the fastball at the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kroberger has reached safely the last 7 times he's been at the plate. Really disciplined hitter. Working the count here, the 2-1. Slider catches the outside part of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the left fielder. Has come around to score once in this game. That was back in the 2nd, which made it 3-0. 2-2. Checks his swing. Does he go around? Then Boomhauer says no, and the count runs full.
That was close. Obviously, Boomhauer with the best view on it. I thought Kroberger crossed from our vantage point.
A full count. Baisley comes set at the belt. Here's the payoff. Spikes a slider down in the dirt, and it's a leadoff walk issued to Kroberger. Baisley allowed a base on balls in the 6th. Does so as well here in the 7th.
And what a gift for Cotuit today. Kroberger in the 9th spot in this lineup has reached on all 4 trips to the plate today, Dan, and he hasn't put a ball in play.
Well, that will be the end of the line for Logan Baisley. He's pulled from this game. Eric Luxus out of the first base dugout. It's an Alyssa Watling intuitive call to the bullpen. Baisley just gets through an inning plus. New arm coming onto the mound for Wareham with 1 runner on, nobody down. Top of the order coming up for Cotuit.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
The Alyssa Watling intuitive call to the bullpen is for Logan Shull. So Logan to Logan. Baisley leaves the game with an inning plus 2 hits. His line still open as he's responsible for Kroberger at first. But as of right now, 1 earned run across, 2 walks, and no strikeouts.
Logan Shull comes into the game. The 6-foot, 195-pound junior right-hander from Marist College has made just 1 appearance, Dan, and it was just a couple of days ago against Brewster. It was his debut. He allowed a walk and a hit, but outside of that was pretty good in his 8th inning of work, and right now comes into a tough spot against the top of the Cotuit lineup in a game that you don't want to dub as must-win at this point in the season with still about 8 games to go. Regardless, it's a big one.
And Shull needs to deliver his best to try and keep Wareham in this game. Just a 2-run deficit right now, and the top of the order is coming to the plate in the 8th. But the bad news for Shull is it's the top of the order time for Cotuit as well. It'll be Sam Christensen to the plate. 0 for 2. A pair of walks to start the game, both in which he came around to score, but since then a line out into right field and a strikeout. See how he does here against Shull. 4th pitcher of the game for the Gatemen. Shull set at the belt. Kroberger off of first. Here's the pitch. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That's in there for strike 1. There's limited usage of Shull. He just got here a few days ago. Pitched in that Brewster game. 1 day's rest, and he's right back out there on the bump. Here's the 0-1. Pulled across the body. Down low with the fastball and misses. 2 balls, no strike, or 1 ball, 1 strike, I should say. Trying to hold this game. 4-pitch mix for him of fastball, changeup, curveball, and the slider. He's been using the fastball so far. The 1-1 goes to the curveball, lands it, middle of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This is what you need to start if you're Logan Shull. Get ahead in the count 1 and 2. Runner on first, but don't have to worry too much about him. Pitch away.
Shull sets. The 1-2. Chop foul. Out of play. Behind the plate. Do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kroberger has not stolen his last 2 times on base. Did steal in the 2nd. Gets his lead off of first, and for that reason, Shull gives a throw over to Passo. And Kroberger dives in safely. Steps back onto the rubber. Looks in at Clark. A peer over at Kroberger. But now comes home. Kroberger going to second. Swing and a miss on the play from Christensen. And Clark's throw nabs Kroberger. It's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Just what Wareham needs. 2 down, bottom of the 7th.
How about that for Logan Shull? Comes into the game, gets a strikeout, and then an excellent throw from Levi Clark. Had another good one earlier, but couldn't cut down the runner, and now Shull can get out of this inning in just facing 2 batters.
That was massive right there from Levi Clark. First pitch here to the pinch hitter that came into the game. Santana is a strike. Replaced Aiden Aguayo over there at second base. The 0-1 to him. Popped into right field. Apple comfortably under it, and he makes the play. Shull comes in, cleans up Logan Baisley's leadoff walk. Keeps us at a 2-run ball game. Wareham with the top of the order coming in the 8th here on Cape League TV.
Hey Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen clean up on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A Plus Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962-2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
Top half of the 8th, Wareham trailing by 2. Will Cotuit's lead hold up? That is the question. Top of the order, Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky. It's go time right now for Wareham. Still going against Truett Manuel, who allowed a run in his first inning of work back in the 7th.
Yeah, but are you certain that you're going to get a better opportunity than this right now? Manuel struggled with his command a little bit, got helped out by his defense. They turn an unbelievable double play in the 7th. You've got the top of the order due up. R.J. Hamilton, Connor Cuff, and Levi Clark. Doesn't get much more better than that.
No, it does not. Wareham searching to tie up this game. It'll start with Hamilton from the right side. Manuel ready. Fires his first pitch. It runs inside on Hamilton. Manuel threw 19 pitches in his first inning of work. It was very out of control. He only located 8 of those 4 strikes, but he did enough to get out of the inning with just a singular run across. Here's the 1-0 to Hamilton. Misses inside once again with the fastball. No one getting going out there yet in the Cotuit bullpen. A lot of guys standing around, nobody seriously warming up though. A lot of trust right now in Truett Manuel, who was a Cape League All-Star. He has showed up for Cotuit, but has struggled with the control today. The 2-0. Misses upstairs on Hamilton. 3 balls and no strikes. This very similar to how things started in the 7th inning. Passo worked a 4-pitch walk. Nikolai got walked before a 5-4-3 double play that Foster Apple grounded into. But Passo scored on a wild pitch. 3-0 to Hamilton, down in the dirt. It's a 4-pitch walk issued from Manuel. He is really struggling with the control. The 3rd walk for him today.
It's really interesting, and it's been how he started the innings because he did it against Passo in the 7th. And for Wareham right now, when you've really only got 6 outs to play with, every opportunity has to be you have to be uber aggressive. And I think right now with Hamilton, maybe as you're not the tying run, you don't try and steal a base, but I think right now Wareham can try and manufacture some offense.
Tying run to the plate in the form of Connor Cuff. Hamilton on the move on the first pitch. It's a ball outside. Throw down to second is way out. And it's an easy stolen base for Hamilton. You called it, Adam. Runner into scoring position for the Gatemen.
Well, especially last inning when you had a threat brewing and then it was terminated after the double play by Cotuit defensively. So now Hamilton, he's your speediest guy. You take away that double play ball, and Connor Cuff can try and make this a 1-run game with a runner in scoring position.
The 1-0 to Cuff. Chopper to the right side. Tails just foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cotuit with a 2-run lead. Wareham pushing to try and tie up this ball game. There is an arm starting to get going out there in the Cotuit bullpen. It was one of the guys that was warming up before. Seems like Chase Van Amita, but we'll see if it gets to him. Hamilton at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Changeup that misses outside. Manuel has been off today. Rob Cooper getting someone up. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side, and it gets through the hole. Hitting third and getting the stop sign is Hamilton. The right fielder, Sam Christensen, throws in quickly. But a single from Connor Cuff puts the tying runs at the corners. Go ahead in the form of Levi Clark at the plate, nobody out.
Yeah, that's how you do it right there. Connor Cuff pulls one to the right side, finds a hole, and Hamilton probably could have scored on that if you really wanted to test the arm strength of Christensen. But right now, Hamilton's not the difference. You don't want to run out into an out on the base paths. Yesterday, Wareham did it between third and home. Today, not trying to make that same mistake. Nobody out. Still the number 3 hitter coming up.
Clark from the right side. Runners at the corners. Nobody down. First pitch to him. Bounced in the dirt. Plattner keeps it close. Rob Cooper keeps staring down to his bullpen with every pitch that Manuel throws. Wareham certainly threatening here. Scored a run in the 7th, looking for back-to-back runs scored here. Pushing to get themselves back in this ball game. The 1-0. Called strike, outside part of the plate. Clark hitting 167 this season with runners in scoring position. 4 for 24, currently in the midst of an 0 for 7 stretch. What a time it would be to break it. The 1-1. Weak fly ball into center field. Charging on the play is Sturgis. Tagging is Hamilton. The throw gets cut off as it went up the line, and for a second it gets past Plattner. Going to second is Cuff. So it's a sac fly for Levi Clark. Cuff moves himself into scoring position. It's a 5-4 game.
Massive there, especially because Sturgis tried to test the arm strength, and I don't love the play there because it went all the way past the pitcher. I think it was intended to be cut off, but Manuel let it get by him. There was no chance they were throwing out R.J. Hamilton, and then Plattner took him way up the line, couldn't stop it, and now another run into scoring position.
A 1-run ball game. Chase Cruson at the plate. 0 for 3. The lefty looking to break this one open and tie it up. First pitch runs past Plattner. Going over to third is Cuff, and the tying run is just 90 feet away. It was wild pitches that plagued Cotuit yesterday down the stretch, and those problems rearing their ugly head once again here at Lowell Park.
Yeah, that's big. And Cuff right there moves over to third. Cruson, if you get one deep enough to the outfield, potentially scores this game-tying run as the infield comes in.
It's been kind of confusing that Truett Manuel has not been pulled from this game already. 1 ball, no strike. Cruson just needs a fly ball. The 1-0 is spiked in the dirt from Manuel. And there hasn't even been a mound visit in this time in this inning to break this up.
Uncharacteristic day from Truett Manuel.
Rob Cooper going to his best. It has not panned out. The 2-0 pitch. Big cut and a miss from Cruson on a 90-mile-per-hour fastball.
A little surprised Cruson was as aggressive as he was in that situation. Maybe you don't get a better pitch than that, but as Manuel continues to struggle to find the zone, went for one low.
The infield is in for Cotuit. The 2-1. Fastball that runs inside on Cruson. The count goes 3-1. First base is open. Would bring Dylan Dubovic to the plate with runners at the corners if Cruson is to walk. Would also put the double play in order for Cotuit. See if Manuel gives Cruson anything to hit here. The 3-1 pitch. Sky-high pop in shallow left field. Kroberger coming on. This not deep enough to score Cuff. He's got to stay right there. There's 2 down. That is the last thing Wareham wanted right there.
And especially in a 3-1 count. And now the mound visit comes. It was a long wait, but wanted to get through that last left-handed hitter in Cruson. And now with Dubovic, who's been swinging a hot bat. 2 outs, runner on third. that sacrifice no longer an issue, and I would imagine that Manuel's day is done, and a quick ball retrieval there from Rob Cooper.
He is out, has let up 2 runs across an inning and 2/3. The tying run in this game stands at third in the form of Connor Cuff, but it's an Alyssa Watling intuitive call to the bullpen. Dylan Dubovic tasked with knocking the tying run home when we come back.
Every child deserves the basics. Gifts to Give is making that happen, and you can help. Volunteer, donate, or shop their thrift store Saturdays. Visit giftstogive.org and make a difference today.
The Wareham-based AD Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is North America's largest cranberry grower and a recognized leader in environmentally responsible real estate development and land stewardship. For 172 years, AD Makepeace Company has supported community events and organizations like your Wareham Gatemen. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights, be prepared, and contact Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP also have offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkmlaw.com.
The Alyssa Watling intuitive call to the bullpen is for another all-star from Rob Cooper's bullpen. It's Chase Vandermeed out on the mound trying to get the last out here in the top half of the 8th and keep it a 5-4 game for Cotuit.
Vandermeed, a 6'5", 200-pound right-hander, recently committed to Michigan State out of the transfer portal where his dad is the pitching coach. And Vandermeed has pitched to an all-star selection, and there's a good reason why. He's been really good for Cotuit. And it's back-to-back high-leverage arms. Everyone kind of feels the urgency in this one. A West Division playoff spot on the line here down the stretch.
Vandermeed will face Dylan Dubovic with Connor Cuff over at third, 2 down. Dubovic, 1 for 2 in this game, was hit by the pitch in the second, trying to come up in the biggest of ways for his team. Right on right. Vandermeed, a true sinker baller with that quarter arm slot. Sets and fires. First pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. It's just sinker and slider for Vandermeed, but it's really just sinker. Throws it 90% of the time against right-handed hitters. And it has lots of run all over it. Trying to induce a ground ball, get out of this inning. The 1-0. Called strike at the knees, and Dubovic not happy about it whatsoever. Bends to his knees, throws his hands in the air after the call from Jake Brichta.
Yeah, you can't believe it. And I think right now everyone just trying to get a feel.
That one as it comes in on the StatCast, a clear strike on the outside part of the plate. Vandermeed deals the 1-1. Big cut and a miss from Dubovic. And Cotuit is just a strike away from getting out of this jam.
A lot of pressure here for Dylan Dubovic.
You know what's coming. That's the one good part about it. It's 90% chance that it's going to be a sinker. It's just a question of where. Cuff over at third. A 1-2 count with 2 down, and the Gatemen trailing by 1. Vandermeed deals. He misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was the sinker there.
What a stop from Will Plattner to prevent that one from rolling to the backstop. And right now in a 2-strike, 2-out count, I think if one gets past him, you have to try and take home if you're Connor Cuff. And Plattner might have just saved this Cotuit lead.
That's what Dylan Passo, who's on deck, did in the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cuff over at third. Vandermeed deals. And Dubovic fights it off near the direction of Passo over on the on-deck circle on the first base side. It's been a good fight here from Dubovic.
Really came in on his hands. It was a late swing. It was one where, right now you're still trying to get down the timing from Vandermeed and just punches it foul. Stays alive and a 2-strike count.
So the anticipation builds. 2 balls and 2 strikes once again. 2 outs, the tying run over there at third base. Vandermeed comes home, and Dubovic gets a piece once again, just rolls it over to the dugout on the third base side.
Got to protect here. That's what he's done. Wait for Vandermeed to make a mistake. He hasn't yet in this at-bat, but in a 2-2 count, hasn't given you anything. He has lived around the edges.
Went outside with the first 2, and then the last 2 have been inside. Those all the strikes. Here's the 2-2 once again. Broken bat for Dubovic, slow roller back to Vandermeed. He flips to the bag, and Cotuit escapes with a 1-run lead. What a job it was from Chase Vandermeed. 1 run comes across for the Gatemen here in the 8th on 1 hit. No errors. 1 left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 8th. 5-4 Kettleers.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Bottom of the 8th here at Lowell Park. One last chance for the Kettleers to pad their lead before the top half of the 9th. It will be the 3-4-5 hitters for the Kettleers. Still going against Logan Shull in his 2nd inning of relief. Wareham came really close to tying the game in the 8th. Had the tying run over at third base with 2 outs, but Dylan Dubovic grounds out to the pitcher. And now Landon Beaver, the man who has smashed the baseball today. 3 RBIs with a solo shot. Looks to get something started here for the Cats. First pitch from Shull, high and away. 93-mile-per-hour fastball for ball 1. It will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Wareham in the top half of the 9th. Still have to get there, though. 3 outs that the Gatemen need on defense to keep this a 1-run game. The 1-0 is slapped into left field. Dubovic chasing it, makes a diving play for the first out. Playoffs on the line. Dylan Dubovic sprawls to make the catch.
What a catch from Dylan Dubovic. Robs potentially extra bases from Landon Beaver. Right there, a tough play. Gets on his horse. And like you said it, Dan, sprawls out and prevents the leadoff hit from Landon Beaver.
Now it's J.J. Moran from the right side. First pitch from Shull. Off speed. Catches the top part of the zone for strike 1. Short, Dubovic couldn't get it done at the plate to bring home the run, but he keeps his team in the game there with the diving catch. The 0-1. Shaw misses on the outside part with the slider, 1-1.
And that really helps Logan Shaw, too, because you know your defense has your back. Even though that's just one guy making one play, you can pitch with some of that pressure off of your shoulders.
Shaw deals the 1-1. Ground ball, back to him, fumbles with it for a second, gets it, underhand flip to Paso. 2 quick outs here for Logan Shaw in the bottom of the 8th.
Pounding the zone, Shaw. It wasn't the cleanest first outing. Allowed a couple of base runners. Still didn't let a run come across. But today, really feels like he's found a groove. And 2 toughest hitters to get right there in Beaver and Moran. And he gets them with relative ease.
And now it's Isaac Sturgis from the left side. Shaw ready on the bump. Winds and delivers the first pitch. Fastball upstairs at 92 miles an hour for ball 1. Dylan Paso, Cohen Nicolai, and Foster Apple, the 3 that are due to the plate for Wareham in the top half of the 9th. And obviously Nicolai had the 2-run home run earlier. Still got to get through Sturgis. The 1-0 pitch, called strike, bottom part of the zone. You knew it was going to be tight between these two sides. This matchup has certainly lived up to the billing. Sturgis goes back to the dugout, pointing at his batting gloves. And readjusts. And that now walks back into the left-handed batter's box.
Got to attack here if you're Shaw.
It is a 1-ball, 1-strike count with the bases clear and 2 outs.
Darkness approaching.
Maybe some time wasting there. 1-1 slapped to the left side foul. That's the thing. Darkness is approaching. We're nearing the 3-hour mark on this game. And the last thing you would hope is for Wareham to tie up the game in the top half and then Cotuit unable to play the bottom half, and that would scrap the 9th inning entirely. It's not something that Wareham has ran into this summer, and you're hoping it doesn't come into play here. 1-2 pitch misses outside from Shaw, 2-2.
And for Shaw, that last pitch, he's at least missing close. We saw Brissy, the starter for Wareham, not have his best stuff. The misses were easy takes that time, really making Sturgis think about where Shaw's going to place it.
Shaw set, delivers his 2-2, and once again popped to the left side foul from Sturgis. He's drawn out this at-bat.
Yes, he has. And you talked about time wasting. Well, he's doing a nice job working deeper into this game by keeping a couple of 2-strike pitches alive. Shaw doing a nice job working around the corners.
Here's the 2-2 pitch once again. Spiked in the dirt with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. And the count runs full. It's a Cotuit offense that came into the day with a .215 batting average, a .638 OPS. Both numbers that ranked 9th in the Cape League. But they have surpassed those numbers today. The payoff pitch from Shaw. Swing and a miss from Sturgis. Shaw does his job. Works a 1-2-3 here in the bottom half of the 8th. Wareham down by 1 with the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up in the 9th, trying to tie up this game or take the lead. Find out when we come back here on Cape League TV.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kieran and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kieran and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kieran McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Sun setting here at Lowell Park. Wareham's chances to win the game also slipping away. Top half of the ninth. They have 3 outs to do it. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky, Dylan Passo, Cohen DeCly, Foster Apple. The ones tasked with trying to keep this game going.
And a tough spot here. It really feels like this game, one way or another, is going to end very quickly because no lights here at Lowell Park. We started at 4:29, and we've already hit the 3-hour mark. So I think Wareham probably going to see a little bit more of an aggressive approach.
Dylan Passo starts it off, still going against Chase Van Ademede, the guy who was his college teammate this past season. First pitch to Passo in there for a strike. Both Notre Dame guys who are headed to different locations next year. Van Ademede off to Michigan State, Passo off to Wake Forest.
And nobody knows him better in this park right now than Dylan Passo.
Irish on Irish. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Passo quickly down 0-2.
And easier said than done, but especially with a guy like Van Ademede, where you've got the quarter arm slot approach with a ton of run on the sinker, and then for Passo, you've at least seen it. A lot of these guys haven't.
Van Ademede with a deep breath. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Passo down on 3 pitches. 1 out in the top of the ninth.
And try to get aggressive there. And Van Ademede flooded the zone. 10 pitches, 8 for strikes. And right now Wareham just all out of sorts against this right-handed reliever.
Cohen DeCly steps to the plate. He cut this game to 4-2 back in the 4th inning with a 2-run blast. Walked in the 7th. Trying to get something going here for the Gatemen. Van Ademede set at the belt. Comes home. First pitch runs in and nails DeCly in the back. He went down to a knee after it hit him on a hard sinker. The good news is Wareham will have the tying run aboard, but DeCly is still in some pain after he got nailed.
And DeCly a DH. Obviously right now Wareham, there's not an abundance of substitution options, but in the 9th inning, I would be not surprised at all if DeCly is not the one that runs on the bases, and he is not. We will have a pinch hitter, or a pinch runner rather. It is A.J. Ashantino.
The new guy. Wareham brought aboard 2 Northeastern products yesterday who are unofficially on the roster today. Tarantino being the other one. We'll see how he does here over at first. Ashatino, 16 stolen bags on the season. Wareham certainly looking to get aggressive. Foster Apple at the plate. With 1 down. Ashatino gets the lead and immediately a check on first. The bad news for Wareham in this darkness is that Van Ademede can play the pickoff game as much as he wants. Obviously, that's probably not a factor in his head right now, but certainly something that is affecting the game. Van Ademede ready at the belt. Delivers the first pitch to Apple. Sinker misses down low for ball 1.
The way that Wareham has moved offensively, and you saw it last inning, R.J. Hamilton got to steal a base, and then that run was kind of manufactured. I would not be surprised if Ashantino does the exact same thing here. Had 16 stolen bases this past spring with Northeastern.
Ashatino gets his lead off of first. 1-0. Sinker that misses upstairs from Van Ademede. This is the first time that he's been really behind. Goes to the Rawson bag for a second. Regains his grip. Ashatino off at first once again with a couple of shuffles. Vandermeed, a big, deep breath. Delivers. Sinker called strike, top of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, it's tough to find this balance for Foster Apple of trying to be aggressive but also wait for your pitch. Such a different look against Vandermeed as opposed to anyone else he's seen this summer, honestly.
Before the pitch comes to Apple, a check on Ashatino over there at first. He hops back to the bag. Has not played in a game so far this season with Wareham. A new addition added to the roster today. Here in a big spot. But Apple needs to deliver. Grounded into a double play back in the 7th. That was with 2 runners on, no one out. 2-1 pitch. Apple fouls it straight back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Apple getting some words of encouragement from his skipper, Ryan Smythe, telling him all belief. You got this. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Foster Apple. Ashatino off of first. Vandermeed gets himself set. Delivers. And he misses high and away. The count runs full.
That was the pitch to go on if you're Ashatino. It was a fastball, but Plattner was more focused on making sure that one didn't go to the backstop.
So the count runs full. Ashatino gets his sizable lead. Vandermeed deals. Swing and a miss from Foster Apple. Second strikeout of the 9th. Apple can't come up in a big spot once again. 2 outs on the board.
Man, that's big-time stuff from Vandermeed. In that position, a couple of strikeouts, not letting the runner on first bother you too much, not letting a full count get to you. Stays composed, and now you're facing the 9th hitting Henry DeGiorgio to try and close this game out.
The lefty 0 for 3 today. His Northeastern counterpart, Ashatino, over there on first. With 2 down, trying to extend this game. Vandermeed deals. It's a first pitch strike outside part of the plate. A win for Cotuit would put them 2 games up. Really 3 if you count the tiebreaker, with 8 games to go for that final playoff spot. Wareham trying to scrape, keep this game alive, and turn it. The 0-1 pitch from Vandermeed misses high and away with the sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ashatino creeps off of first. Vandermeed back onto the rubber. Cotuit searching for that season series lead for good. They have it 2-1. Looking to lock it up at 3-1. The 1-1 pitch. Ashatino on the way. The throw down from Plattner. In time! And Wareham makes the final out on the bases. The ball game is over, and the Gatemen fall. 5-4. The season series goes to Cotuit. And now Wareham is 2 games back. 8 to go in this Cape League season for the final playoff spot.
That's a killer right there. Wareham tried to make a run at it late, and these 2 teams with so much to play for down the stretch. Gatemen put together some better at-bats as of late and just couldn't prevail down the stretch. Really good stuff from Cotuit and its bullpen, specifically Chase Vandermeed, to slam the door shut in the crucial moments.
Wareham had its chances, back-to-back runs in the 7th and the 8th. Adam, the Gatemen 2 games back, really 3 now that they dropped the tiebreaker. 8 games left to go. They are not out of it, but it is certainly a steep, steep hill to climb.
And the PPM says that the strength of schedules probably favors Wareham a little bit. You still have 1 more game against Cotuit. These 2 teams evenly matched. But you also would face Orleans in that makeup game. Those probably the 2 weakest teams in the Cape League. And right now this roster turnover hitting a lot of teams, trying to figure out as most teams start to lock down their playoff rosters. Gatemen trying to figure out how they can get to the finish line and win a couple down the stretch.
Final score lines today. Wareham, 4 runs on 3 hits with no errors. Cotuit, 5 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. Wareham had the tying run aboard in that 9th. Ashatino, in his first game, makes the final out on the bases as he's caught by Will Plattner, who had only caught 2 runners on 20 attempts up to this point. That's going to do it for our broadcast here today in Lowell Park. For our entire production crew, third member of our broadcast crew, CeCe, Gabriel, and my partner, Adam Hipsky. Dan Shalam signing off. We'll see you tomorrow night back at Spillane Field as the Gatemen take on the Commodores at 6 o'clock.